So, last time, you guys basically made yourselves persona non grata in this town. You ran out of this town. One of you ran out of this town invisible.
And alone.
Well, no, you're not alone.
Well,
you have
not alone.
oh my god, what is her name? Irina. You have Irina with you.
And
you have Irina and Jablinski.
I got a new party.
Yeah,
I got a whole
totally.
new party, man.
Yeah, so you're not actually invisible anymore. So you have Jablinski Games and Irina with you.
Oh right, Aaron's muted on my app. I can't hear because I'm outside.
And then where was everybody else? We had
And everybody, and so DT is running,
Unmute my
carrying.
wife.
Carrying Buck's body.
Carrying
DT
Buck's
and I are
dead
running
body.
together.
Yep. Starts is ahead of you guys. You can't see her because she would already be like down here in the woods. Heading towards this encampment that you heard about from Rictavio. Who good luck getting back into town to talk to him. That's never gonna happen. And while DT was running, he passed a strange building with purple smoke coming out, and that's literally all you knew about that. I mean, I could tell you what that was about, but you know, I guess you just don't get a shop. It was a shop, but it's more than a shop, but it's a shop that you missed because of all of your bullshit. So now you got to wait to shop again. So have fun.
Stuff and or junk.
Well, my new party and I are going to continue down to the camp because town sucks. Town is full of lame.
All right, so don't know if I do actually have a thing here for the camp. No, I don't. I have a thing that says just go to that scene. That is my notes. Say go to the scene. That's helpful. All right, so I think, do I have token vision on? Why would token vision be on here? Just be that. In theory, you should all be able to see this when it loads. If it loads, what is happening? Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Can you guys see?
Yep.
Okay. So, the rest of you aren't here yet. So Starts, Jablinski, and Irina are coming down like right here. Wow, that is a bad ping because of how small this is. Let me grab players here. Yeah. So you can zoom in. This is actually the right scale. It's just
How do I?
but anyway,
all on one keyboard I have does not. I don't know how to zoom out. Okay.
Bird.
All right.
So I don't actually have stuff for well, I do have Irina's somewhere. The hell did I put that? Nope, not a one time. It's a recurring. Because you know, I didn't expect you guys to just grab a dude. Didn't expect Jablinski to join your party.
You don't have like generics, aren't we?
We'll just use this dude. That's not at all what he looks like.
So far.
All right, so you grabbed Irina, you grabbed Jablinski, and you came down to this place. And where is my journal for this place? Didn't put the bear with me 1 second. There it is. It didn't put the general information on here. Okay. So the woods part to reveal an expansive clearing, a small grass-covered hill with low houses built into its sides. Fog obscures the details, but you can see that the buildings feature elegantly carved woodwork and have decorative lanterns hanging from their sculpted eaves. Atop the hill, above the fog, is a ring of barrel-topped wagons that surround a large tent with a column of smoke pouring out through a hole in the top. The tent is brightly lit from within. Even at this distance, you can smell the odors of wine and horses that emanate from the central area. If you want to see what this looks like head on to get a better idea of how high the mountain is, if you scroll to the bottom. What?
I just lost connection. Like I can't.
Is that 30 meters or 30 feet?
I think that's the elevation.
Yeah, the elevation.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
I
it's
would assume.
feet, but yeah.
Okay, so yeah, 30 feet. Gotcha.
But yeah, if you scroll to the bottom, you can see like a side drawing of the area.
In there, and I can hear him talk.
Pipe. What's going on?
Popping in and out.
Yeah.
He lost connection for some reason.
He needs to stop Gilder sneezing it up and come inside.
Discord's fucking
He
up,
says
man.
stop Gilder sneezing it.
Or just turn your Wi-Fi off if you're outside and go to data.
Or that.
There it goes. Discord keeps fucking up a lot for me. Is it working now?
What the fuck, Siri?
Hey Siri, stop playing music.
Can you hear this? Can you hear this, Pipe?
Yeah, I can-
Bird. The bird. I was
said-
annoying in real life as I am in the game.
I said
Maybe
Discord was
more
fucking
so.
up, and Siri started playing disco radio. It was like a farce. And all of a sudden, it's too loud to hear anything.
All right. Can you hear a pipe?
Yes. Seems fine. It was weird. Like, you were still lighting up in Discord, and I was still in there. It's just all of a sudden I stopped hearing sound. And I'm doing it on my phone, so who fucking knows?
Anyway, this is a place. This is a hill.
Yes.
There's some stuff in the center. Okay.
I'm not even there, so it's fine.
You will be at some point. I'm not rereading it. I mean, I guess I could. So
I thought we would just go hunt down 2 new party members and then we'd like do double quest.
So
Split the party into two full parties.
yeah, one of them is just some shopkeeper dude, Irina, and who goes invisible and runs away all the time. I'm sure they'll be safe.
Constantly.
Irina's tough.
So
We'll just follow the
gonna
trail of dead bodies.
wander this little pathway kind of gradually towards camp if we want to do a jump to other group, and we'll eventually figure out how the paths cross here.
Well,
That
you
is
guys,
fine by me.
they're heading here too, down the same path, so they're just going to get here later. So basically, are you going to hang out and see if they join you? Are you going to join the center?
I'm gonna wait for them.
Okay.
At this point.
So
Now,
one
to be
thing
fair,
to
you
know,
wouldn't know
you
that we're
don't
on the-
know
yeah.
that they're coming.
Right.
You have no idea what happened after
Oh.
you just pissed off.
Then I'm gonna kind of gradually wander up the hill and towards the center.
Okay. So as you come up, man, do I just not have any of this stuff? Hold on one second. This did not fully pull in the information I need. Grab this. Oh, that's Reddit. That's not D&D Beyond.
No, anything but that. Or
Start
sucked
pulling
from-
homebrew random stuff. Man, that would be a campaign. Just go to Reddit and just pick whatever the top thing is and just start role-playing it regardless of where you are in the campaign.
A random number generator that picks from like r/D&D threads, and it's just,
Mhm.
oh hey, so out of the mimic pops a spell jammer. Okay, well here we go. A fucking flying space boat comes out of the chest.
God, I wish they do Spelljammer.
Spell jammer.
It makes
5e.
the inception noise that comes bursting
Just
forth from the mimic.
Yeah.
All right. Count of Velaki is what I want. Areas. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I got all that. Okay. That's because it's all buried in the houses. Okay. So that. Just checking something. Sorry. Is it this one? That's what I was looking for. Okay, got it. So what is happening? There. Trying
The
to move
curse
your
of
people.
straw.
It was freaking driving me nuts. It would not work.
Let me
Okay.
tell you a tale of the curse of straw.
Let me tell you a tale of the curse of my mouse not working.
The cursor of Strahd.
The cursor of Strahd. No, I can't change it
damn it.
again. Let's,
The story of the
like, we've
story of
already changed the
Strahd.
name to the Pervert in the High Castle.
What else could it be? I'm
So,
these
anyway.
fucking weed
So,
coins that I forgot about.
as you approach the center, you see several wagons just in a circle, horses in the middle, and a big tent also in the middle. From inside the tent, you hear the crack of a whip, followed by the howls of a young man.
We're sure it's a young man and not Devo.
I don't know. You haven't looked in the tent yet.
It's a double.
It's
Well, and he's
Cursor
not
of
even
Strahd, the
here.
Devo origin story.
Yes.
I'm
Gonna
writing these down as we go
wander
this time.
maybe around the corner and kind of peek my head through if those flaps are actually open.
So this is those flaps are open. Is that what you're going to do? Is look around there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really see anybody else. You could probably assume that they're either in the houses or asleep in the wagons or things like that. There's not like much going on aside from the horses and the sounds that you hear.
Huh.
I've got to pull everybody else in because they should be here soon. God. There's DT. Ivy. There's a dead buck. All right. Okay, so you should be able to move your character, and we'll just assume that they come with you. Starts.
Cool. Okay. If I'm not seeing anything in the tent when I peek in.
Okay, so when you peek at the tent, you see 3 sputtering campfires fill the tent with smoke, and through the haze, you see 6 Vistani passed out in various places on the dead grass. A barely conscious, shirtless teenager hugs the central tent pole, his wrist bound with rope and his back streaked with blood. An older, larger man in studded leather armor lashes in a red hat, lashes the young man with a horsewhip, causing him to scream again. Standing in the bigger man's shadow is a third man, also clad in studded leather. "Easy, brother," he says to the whip-wielding brute. "I think Alexei has learned his lesson."
Starts is just gonna kind of stand there because that's real fucking weird.
Don't kink shame.
Well, this is Forest Child who's like, oh, yeah.
Also, she had a tribe, right?
Yeah.
How did they handle punishment? Would she
Not
be
like
familiar
that.
with whipping?
No.
Da-da-da-da-da.
I don't know.
Just a little
just-
sensual whipping.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
She was a
this,
stern talking to.
Yeah. I mean, when you do something bad and you burn down, the entire
Bunch of
forest,
kids.
everybody's just kind of dead. So there's not really a thing to deal with there. Starts is probably gonna just back up and go, okay, maybe that's not the time to have that conversation, and go back down the hill.
As you go back, Irina seems to be all right, a little shaken, and Jablinski is just kind of there. He doesn't know what to say, and he's just like, what's going on? What? I don't remember what voice I did for him, so this is what's going to be. What's going on? Oh no, it was like a super friendly, weird, bouncing all over the place accent. That's what it was. Well, what's going on?
There's guys in there hitting somebody. It's a lot. It's a lot. They're busy. We should try a different door.
Whatever you say. I don't. Oh, fucking hell. I don't know what. No, it wasn't British. Fuck. Anyway, I wasn't planning on doing his voice again. I wasn't planning on just. I don't know. Just tell me what to do.
Okay. Let's pick a house. One of these is likely better. There's people, but they're busy. Like, yeah. So Let's go back down the hill and I guess get this one over here that's kind of to the left, the closest one.
This one?
This one?
Hold to
Okay, that one?
That
Okay.
one, yeah.
Northwest on the compass.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to take my little crew and head for that house.
All right.
The front door, not the back.
So this is actually partially into the hill, so you wouldn't be able to. There's not a back door there.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so as you come down the hill and come around the corner, you see a grim gray cloaked figure standing in front of the house.
I'm just gonna wave and just try and play real cool like I'm supposed to be here. Because I am a, 8 foot tall, hard to hide kind of thing.
And so the figure looks up and he points to one of these directions. Hold on. How do I? There we go. Ha. He points kind of, or he, at how would he do this? He looks at you and he says, still kind of cloaked with his head down, so you can't really make out what he looks like, but he says, you should visit Casimir, and then he gives you directions to the southernmost house.
Okay.
Or Casimir, not Kashmir.
Okay. I'll shrug, and that sounds like as good at any directions. I will start heading for the south house.
Okay, so as you're getting ready to leave, the other bumblefucks show up. And they would be able to see you from their vantage point as they come up. Don't forget, you guys have a dead buck and also have no idea what happened in the center. So what do you do?
I think it would be like, starts. Oh, thank goodness. Buck is severely injured. Probably dead. I don't like to think about it. Have you found help? We lost track of you in the commotion.
Yeah, I guess there's some guy we can go talk to that this guy says we can go talk to, and I'll just wave at gray cloak guy again and just
The gray cloak guy just nods.
And another little shrug, like, see, this makes perfect sense, and kind of glance at Ragdoll Buck, not really say anything, and start going towards the south house.
Okay, well, we'll accompany you. Any plan is better than none at this point.
Agreed.
I need to look at something real quick. I need to look at how far your journey down here would have been. So I can write the time right, and also see if Ivy is hovering. Because that's probably important.
And how stinky Buck is.
Real stinky, always.
Yeah,
and I
that's
don't
a
think
ways, so-
Judgy McJudgerson would be judgy about my hovering, Mr. Grey Cloak. He'd probably be all right with that.
All right, I just broke
Like,
everything.
hovering, huh? Cool.
I think it's still.
Wish I could hover.
But hey, cloak gang. And he makes like a C with his hand.
So
Yeah.
it's
Love that
actually
cloak.
about 6 p.m.
Motherfuckers.
So it's actually starting to get dark. Not like dark, but it's, the sun's starting to go down. So you are no longer hovering. You are back to normal for what normal is for you.
I mean, aren't we all?
Well, I mean, her normal is wings that are hidden by a cloak and no eyes.
Well, how do you know that's not what I am in real life? You don't. You don't know what Isaac married.
All right. So
Neither does he.
I'm
I'm sorry. So
burping ghost.
what's going on? You guys are going to the south house?
Yeah, while that's going on, I'm going to explain. Probably don't go up there, pointing up at the tent. There's some stuff going on. Somebody's in trouble, and it's It's a thing.
Trouble?
So
Should
no.
Something else for
just-
you to run away from.
Yeah, essentially. Just would not go there. So let's yeah.
And I'm looking around. I'm like, oh, these look like the Vistani that we met earlier.
Yes, they're.
Are they in trouble?
One of them is. I get the impression he did something he was not supposed to do. But let's
Well,
leave
yes.
it at that. You don't hear that, assuming he's still screaming.
Yeah, as you're walking somewhat nearer to the tent, you just hear from inside someone go, "Crack that whip!"
No. I'll have it be known I was making not only a whip it joke, but are we not men? We are Devo, because he said it sounded like it could be a man. Sounded like a man.
No, just Spud Boys.
Okay.
Well, and we already have Piccolo.
Some
who says
mutants.
that.
They're just some Spud Boys looking for a real tomato. Duh. We can do Devo. This needs to become a Devo thing and not have anything to do with D&D anymore.
I'm 40%
A
potato.
Devo ND podcast.
Yep.
Okay. So I hear that, but it's, it sounds like Starks is describing tribal justice that is not something we should interfere with, or like take a detour to interfere with, as opposed to like getting buck healed and see what the hell's happening.
You can do whatever you want. Ivy, are
Yeah.
you following with them? I grabbed your character because it's so far up. I know this is like a super...
Oh yeah.
I got it. There we go.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just... I mean, this is such a big map. If you just want to tell me where you are, it's fine.
Hover down a hill.
It's fine.
Yes,
You're not hovering anymore.
I'm-
That only lasts for 10 minutes.
I'm walking and glowering as much as is possible with no eyes.
Did you
Is
have
that-
you put
I've got a
have you put your
strong eyebrow
blindfold back
game.
on and all that stuff?
mean, she's
I did
probably
not
had
have
time.
time. I did not have time to do that. We were on the run.
Yeah, it took
escaping.
it took like 3 hours to walk here.
Oh,
Sure, you had
I
time to-
mean, if the forest was
time.
empty, I'm not in
Yeah.
a town anymore.
Yeah,
Why
they
bother?
stopped chasing you after you got out of town.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
they saw
I'm
you
free
kill
and in
a
the
ton of
woods.
guards. They didn't want to fight. They just needed you out.
Yeah, like my blindfold is off because I'm in the woods. You know, I'm part of nature. I'm free.
Okay, so you
Also,
have
haven't shaved my legs in a while. Deal with it.
are your wings at least folded back into the mechanism
I
thing?
mean, yeah,
Okay.
for comfort and practicality more than anything.
All right. So you are going to this house.
So we're in the southwest house, but that southern one, is it like a demo house just to show us what
No,
they
that's
look
the
like?
one we're going
No, that's
to.
the one you're going to.
Oh, I see. It's a big important house. I thought it
Go around the front, unless we're going to drop into the chimney.
fuck yeah.
Who wants
Santa's
to play
here.
Oh, no.
Santa?
I mean, you were directed to the house, so you do what you want.
I am gonna go around and knock on the door and just kind of drag everybody along to this front
I'm
door.
gonna
and just
go.
fake it.
Well, there's no windows to skulk in, so I suppose I'll lurk out of sight slightly
All right.
around. the
So
corner.
so as you come
Ah.
around to the front, standing quietly in front of the house, bathed in the warm lights of its lanterns, are three sullen gray cloaked figures. Their angular features and black flowing hair half hidden under their cowls.
Gonna kind of point at each of the three in turn. Are you Krasmir or whatever the name was?
Casimir.
Casimir.
Just think about legendary Polish folk hero Casimir Pulaski,
Okay.
like I do.
So
Always.
they see you in the fact that you have no eyes. But I guess in this state, you just don't have eyes. It's not like there's stuff coming out of them or they're
no,
glowing
it's just,
or anything.
just eye
so,
holes.
yeah,
These
it's
are my eye
like
holes.
someone just plucked your eyes out, and that sucks.
Yeah.
So
How's it
they look up and one of them, the Casimir, well, hold on, I'm trying to read through this and it is making no sense. Yeah, so Casimir is one of the people out there. He puts his hood down in You guys, since you're all from not here, recognize these as elves. They're a little darker in complexion than what you're used to in Faerun, but they are clearly elves.
Oh shit!
And
I guess so. We now realize that we haven't seen an elf this whole time?
yeah, you have not seen an elf. All you've seen this entire time have been humans and monsters. That's it.
Okay.
There is
But that's kind of
obvious
maybe
and
just occurring to
physical
me.
relief because the world makes a little more sense now. Hi. Yes. Hi. Things are real bad in that town, and so yeah, there was another camp. Thought the travelers were here, but I guess it's you, or there's travelers up there, but what's happening?
So give me just a second. Sorry, I'm multitasking, trying to keep track of everything that is happening right now. So basically, he says, Strahd has this entire area just under his thumb, and there's not
Well-
anything anyone can do.
Well, yes, that's the big yes. And she just sighs, like, basically, it's just and sits down.
And he looks over and he sees Buck, and he says, Did one of Strahd's minion kill your friend?
Yes, actually, that's very astute of you.
Roll a deception check, because that's not true.
Oh wait. What? Wait, who killed him? I forget who killed Buck.
One of the guards that you idiots decided
Army
to
McGee.
pick a fight with.
Oh, I feel like that's one of Strahd's minions, but whatever. No, I forgot about that.
I mean, we didn't know he
you
wasn't
don't
one
have
of
to roll
Strahd's
a
minions.
deception check because you forgot.
Rewind time.
We don't know that he
I was-
wasn't one of Strahd's minions.
I guess
though,
that's
right?
fair, but I don't think it's safe to. I mean, unless you're assuming
you can
everyone
make
is a
an-
Strahd minion, even
No,
though you
I
mean,
came to this place filled with
a
people
guy-
who you were
a guy
specifically told worked for Strahd.
Yeah, but a guy obsessed with Irina with a super jacked arm, I think it's a pretty safe assumption.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
But more to the point, in IRL life, spaced out about it, so I could just rewind time 5 seconds and say, in a manner of speaking, the important point is that he is dead and we could use some help.
He invites you into his home.
Go
If we
inside.
were vampires, that'd be a bad move.
There was
We're
a
not
big
vamp.
pervert. He just everything. It's bad.
I could give him the actual elevator pitch of what happened.
Well, so as you enter his
How do you
home,
measure?
you see wooden statuettes of elven deities standing in cubby holes along the wall. You recognize some of them, but some of them you don't. Just at a glance, just because you exist in a world of elves. A tapestry of forest hangs on the opposite wall.
Wow.
He points to his bed, which I don't think is actually in this video, but clearly, or in this screen, but clearly he would have a bed. I don't know. I don't like this map much. So he points to the bed and suggests that you lay your friend down.
Okay. I put Buck down and I tell him, like, I've got healing magic, but nothing seems to be working, and I would assume it's because he's all the way gone. But this place has given us surprises before.
Casimir comes over and looks at him and shakes his head and looks at you, and he says, your friend is gone.
I refuse to accept it. We've seen him come back from worse. Well, not worse, but he came back once.
Starks is gonna just kind of eyeball this forest tapestry for a bit. What's going on there? That's probably the most pleasing thing in the room.
It reminds me of home. There aren't
Can
many of
you-
us left.
Can you not go home?
It's not there anymore. Strahd destroyed it.
There is a face.
Can you think of anyone in Barovia who could bring our friend back? Or is it time to let him go?
Do we go to the other camp?
There may be a priest at the Amber Temple who can help you.
I don't
But
think we've heard of that one yet.
but no one has been there in a very long time, and I would be surprised if he's even still alive.
Well, I'm not strong enough for resurrection magic. I guess knowing that there's so out of character, is there a known like Miracle Max kind of thing in this world where it's like, oh, he's been dead? Okay, well, how's it been? Like 3 days? Shit, 3 days, I don't know. Or are we just like mourning? Because I've been treating it like a serious injury in this world, but if it's no, he's really dead, you should
If
probably
you can't
like, bury
resurrect
him
him
and move on.
within, I believe it's 24 hours for the resurrection spell, he's dead.
Okay,
Ew.
but until then, we know that this magic exists. I can't do it, but maybe somebody here
Yeah,
can.
as a cleric, you would know that resurrection, I think it's resurrection. I don't remember the name of the spell, but
Yeah,
yes, it does exist.
You
He
probably
does.
only got 9 of them in the war.
Yeah, I
How
mean, there were
far
probably
away
like
is this how far away is this Amber Temple then?
He is getting ready to write it on your map if I can find the thing to do it with. There we go.
New text 1.
only a
That'd be
mile
new
from
text
new
3.
text.
No, because I fixed all of those.
Everyone had a new text joke.
So he marks it on your map. It's gonna take you a bit more than a day to get there. You're not gonna make it in a day.
Then he's dead.
I
mean,
didn't want to admit it, but it seems that way.
do we?
Jesus Christ, you're about as far
Right.
away from it as you can possibly get. Anyway.
Of course. Can we get there if we like? I can't.
I
That
don't
concept doesn't
Yeah.
exist. Hang on.
Okay, well, to save time out of character, is the idea to bring him back, or is Bringer prepping a new character? Because I don't want to waste time going in circles. I know it's our choice as players and everything, but that would be a helpful hint if there's anything to nudge us in the right direction that way.
You do what you think is necessary.
God.
How far is it by horse?
It would still be more than a day's ride. It's literally the other side of the map.
Ugh.
And there's no.
Yeah, so
unless
you
have
guys
some
should be able to
teleportation
click on the
spell.
map. If you want to click on the map, I'll show you where it is.
If we have no teleportation spell, unless one of us does, I certainly don't. Then, even if we stole the horses from the wagons, we couldn't get there. So we have no
Who does
choice
one
but
click?
to
Oh, there it is, up in the left
bury
corner.
him or incinerate him.
Yeah, so you guys are the little dude. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom where you see Mount Gacchus, to the left is the Amber Temple.
Is there
Oh.
another? Where am I looking for the map?
Oh, top
map of
left.
Barovia.
It says map of Barovia. Yeah, I just found it. Mount
Where?
Gacchus.
Where?
Oh, the Amber Temple is hard to see.
Oh
It's
Jesus.
white on
Okay.
white text.
Okay.
Yeah, with the way the terrain is and everything,
Oh, right.
it would take you a bit to get there. So
All right. Well, then a question for DM or Bringer: would he have told me what he wanted to do in the event of his death? It would seem like if we'd been traveling companions for a while, I would know if he wanted to be like cremated and put into a rocket or something.
Bringer?
He's having a hard time contemplating it. gnome mortality.
You would be familiar with the concept that gnomes tend to die and consider death part of progress. So it's weird that he's died outside of science. And normally there's attempts to bring them back when the body's whole. If it hasn't been exploded, it's still a pretty good body. Having learned everything you can from it. It's mostly when you don't have a body that becomes a more like, well, they're gone now kind of thing.
Okay, I think DT would be like, all right, we may not be able to make it to the Amber Temple, but that doesn't mean we're out of options. Buck would want us to try as long as he was unexploded. So he could get exploded later. That's sort of his goal.
Oh, shit.
It's pretty much the fundamental life-death cycle.
I'm not seeing anything else on this map that looks like it would be helpful.
I mean, could we make it back
Well-
to the other camp? I
Do you think the other-
Madame
Why
Ava can do
why would
something.
they why would they know
Yeah.
anything?
I mean, Madame Ava does some fucked up shit, I guess.
I mean, Magician's Temple. Where else haven't we been that might have help?
There's that wizard tower on a lake that we know about.
But you do know that's Rictavio's tower.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's not
So
gonna
it's
do
just
anything.
his empty
No,
house.
you know
right
you
now.
need to go there because there's an item there.
Yeah, but where's that windmill?
Maybe if we fed him a pie.
I mean, we could.
You don't have any pies.
We don't have a pie.
Yes, but we think they may be coming from the windmill. So if we went to
have
the
a s-
windmill.
A small vial of pie powder that was recovered from somebody's pocket.
I said it merged with his pants, so you'd
Oh,
have
that's
to
right.
somehow boil his pants off and collect the
Drink this pants pie tea.
Uh-huh.
It will revive you.
That might be the grossest thing anyone's ever said ever in the history of the universe.
But it
Alright,
could work.
So
But it
we were
just
in
might work.
Vallaki.
No.
We're in Vallaki. We're at the encampment and the windmill. So how far away is the windmill from where we are?
We could just go through the woods. Because of what going around.
Oof.
There's a river. There's a river to cross. So we're on the other side of Vallaki, on the other side of the river. So we have to go back on the road unless you want to go swimming.
Yeah, so you're here, so you could go through the woods to it if you wanted to go through the woods. You have that option. If you went around, yeah, it'd be a much longer walk than going back on the road the way you came. But you could go
So
through
is
the
it-
woods if you wanted, because the
Where is it? Is it like in here?
That's it right
It's right
here.
here.
Oh,
yeah.
at the end of that little. Okay. Oh no, so we're not on the other side of the river.
Oh, we're
Yeah,
not?
so-
We're here in
yeah,
Vallaki,
we're here.
right under the big lake.
Well, yeah, but we ran out of Vallaki.
Yeah.
you're
think we're
still
still-
technically in Vallaki. Like you're
Oh,
like
okay.
right down here. Like-
Southwest
Oh, okay.
suburbs.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong map.
Yeah, so if you wanted to get back on the road, you'd probably want to walk around Vallaki. You're more than happy to try and go through it if you really want to.
Yeah.
Just run through it at full speed.
Hey,
Go
wasn't-
back.
Wasn't that guy on the road that kept going back and forth?
Hey, he said he wasn't dead, right? He
He
dead when he came back.
was like up here, I think. Or no, he was down here. By where it
Yeah.
says Sear Falls, that's where you
Right.
bumped into him.
Yeah.
And he told you about new text.
And that is
How was it
actually-
that he wasn't dead again?
I think you rolled and
undead or something.
we're going to say that DT rolled and just realized he was a revenant. I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, or just that he wasn't alive.
No,
Like-
I think you actually identified what he was because you guys thought he was a zombie at first.
Yeah, but he's It's a conscious zombie.
It's a somewhat functional zombie, a revenant.
Yeah, he wouldn't. And he just said that he was like cursed to keep walking or keep watch or something. I don't remember. I gotta take notes.
There are videos.
Yeah,
Let's rewind the tape.
He's not a zombie. He's zombish.
and he was just out getting groceries or something. He walked
Okay,
lonely
so-
road.
What? Okay. So I know you said your woods are burnt, but these woods, if we were to try and cut back to get down to the Sarah Falls, what do you know about what's in these woods?
The woods are filled with.
We know about wolves.
I mean, wolves, yes. Some weird-ass
Wolves and
birds.
other minions of Strahd, but the wolves are the most prevalent.
Mm.
Do you live here?
Yes,
And you allow the Vistani to camp above your homes?
allow is a strong word.
You tolerate them?
We have to let them live there.
Why?
We don't have a choice.
Yeah, that's what happened.
We are all at the beck and call of Strahd.
All of the elves who live here, or everyone who lives here?
Everyone in Barovia, even you.
No.
Well, who would we talk to about that? I've got a complaint I'd like to make. I don't want to be Strahd's plaything.
I just noticed that
You may find something to help you at the temple.
Well,
All
then,
right.
is that where we go? I think that's probably the best bet we can. It's late. I don't know if going through Shittown makes sense, or if we try and go around Shittown in the woods.
No, the temple. He means the one by Mount Gacchus, right?
Yeah.
Right, but
The Amber
that's-
Temple.
I think we're gonna go west and then
And
down
he
the
did
road.
say that with regards to
mountains.
the Strahd comment, not to
Yeah.
Buck.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he said that they might be able to
So-
help Buck too, but
Well,
we
and
won't
so
make
this-
it. We won't make it to the temple in time to save Buck. The only place we can reach possibly within that time period is the windmill.
Proposition.
There might be something there. Otherwise, I'm sure he'd love his remains to be buried with the pie he loved so well.
well, and if that's
Also-
where they come from.
yeah, don't forget you're all wounded and out of pretty much everything from that fight. So
Yeah.
Mm.
I think, as much as it pains me, I think we need to admit that things are different here than they are from when back home, and roll the dice that resurrection can still be possible. We've seen ghosts, we've seen revenants, we've seen people that shouldn't be alive but are. Everything in this whole place is strange, so let's hope it rolls our way for once. If there was knowledge at the temple or a priest that could bring people back to life, maybe that knowledge is still there even if the priest isn't. So my vote is for the temple. I understand there may be power at the windmill as well, but it seems like a much darker variety.
So you're
Just from
going to
what-
carry his body to the temple, however long it takes.
Yes, he does not weigh very much.
Okay.
Nothing else.
I'll-
We can use him as a puppet show along with that Strahd doll.
I could actually use my Blessing of the Forge that lets me craft something and create like a little like alien glass cryopod. like
Preservation
something-
is
Snow
fun.
White.
just something, yeah, sort of a Snow White, like a big lantern. I don't know, something respectful to carry his body in, so it's not just like in my backpack.
Well,
Like
maybe
a pie.
don't make it clear. It
Yeah.
might be if you drop him, you should maybe keep him hidden. Just be like, "What? No, that's my
I'm just
pie
looks-
casket. I always
that's
keep
my-
my pie in it."
That's
Whatever.
my medium-sized grandfather clock that I have on my back. It's like a meter and a half.
It's a
high,
family heirloom. Don't judge me.
Well, we
but it's
should,
very small.
I guess, Hey, do you know why they're beating up some dude up there? Like, what's that about?
Is a
He-
band being formed?
He failed to keep an eye on the leader's daughter, and the daughter was taken.
Let me guess, by Strahd or his minions?
No one knows. No one remembers her leaving or seeing anything strange, but the camp was drinking. We elves keep to our houses, so we were not up there and we did not see anything.
The
Can
stony
any
business.
can any of you fight?
We don't have much fight left. The Vistani will fight when they are not drunk. Sometimes when they are drunk. That was
Fair
a joke. Ha ha ha. No.
Fight each other. Yes.
There are
I
usually
too
much
will
more
joke.
Vistani at the camp, but they are all out looking for Aragal.
All right.
How long ago did she go?
A little more than a day ago.
Does she look like her?
Are you pointing to Irina?
Yeah.
No, she does not.
Okay. Yeah, then Pervert was totally into you. This place. Let's go.
Wait. We can't take Toymaker and Blondie with us. We leave them here with you guys.
Well, I think we can
You guys wanna
explain
stay
to
with the elves?
Jablinski, like,
We-
hey, we didn't know what was happening, but it seems like they just wanted us gone because they didn't chase us. Like, we'll fill him in on what happened after they ran, because Starks just ran in and said we have to go, and he ran with her. So it'll be like, if you think it's safe to go back, you can. Irina,
No, Starts
Heads
told
or
him
tails?
that they
Yeah.
know about the doll, that they gave him the doll, and that the dude's coming to kill him. Now, did you guys kill that dude? You did, right?
Yes.
Is
yeah,
that
we did.
dead?
So you could tell him that he's dead.
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's
I
the
don't know
filling
that
in that we
yet.
get.
Yeah,
Like,
Starks
hey,
doesn't know that, but
Yeah.
he hears you talking about leaving people here, and he said, I am not the leader of the camp. You would have to talk to Lavash.
Is he up there?
He is most likely the one doing the whipping.
Why don't we ask them? Irina and Toy Dude, Jabberwocky.
Jablinski Games.
Jabberwocky.
Shh. Shh. Where would you rather be?
Irina says, I'd rather be safe in the church where I was before you fucking idiots got me out here again where Strahd can get me at any time. Why I trusted my brother to go with you, I'll never understand.
To be fair, he didn't know us very well.
That's true.
It's not a really good thing. It doesn't really
And
make a point.
She
but-
just huffs and walks out of the house.
I think they will be safe back in
What about
Milwaukee.
you? What about you, Jabroni? What do you want?
Maybe you could go with her
Uh,
to the church. You guys escort each other back to the church.
Jablinski
yeah, that's
says,
safe.
if the man who wanted to kill me is dead, then I see no problem with me returning to town.
Yeah, they ran us out, but they stopped at the edge of town. I got the sense that perhaps they didn't like Vizek much either, but had to put in a show because we killed him.
Well, more than that, they just saw him leaving with Starts. Nobody was
Yeah.
chasing Starts.
Oh yeah, no, that I just meant like
Starts was
That's what I'm saying is
invisible
that
most of the time until
the
she grabbed
overall-
Jablinski.
I was saying the overall tone seemed to be they were happy that our party was gone, and I didn't read any other malice about anyone else that would have been around. But Jabroni can probably go home.
Okay.
Do
well,
they require an escort back to closer to the town, or is a 3-hour walk sufficient time for Strahd to snag Irina?
That is up to you. Irina is perfectly fine with going off without you idiots. She's
the-
done.
Seems like she's already
She's
She's the
doing.
confident
is-
woman in this scenario.
She is done.
I am so tired of being a babysitter.
She is done with your bullshit. And Jablinski says that he'll escort her
Okay.
if that's
A
if that's
gentleman.
what you're
And
okay
then-
with.
Yeah.
A gentleman to the end.
Yep. All right.
Keep him safe, Irina. Sorry again for all the trouble.
They fall in love on the way, and then all of a
Aw.
sudden, like, he beats up Straw, and we're like, wait, what?
All right.
The climactic showdown, a pie flies out of the corner and hits Strahd in the face. What the hell? It's me, Jablinski Gaines.
Jablinski Games. He's really weird. When you saw him before, like he had really long, like kind of long hair and a really unkempt beard, and then when you picked him up, it was all shaved. It was really weird.
He's still doing cartwheels everywhere.
It was, you know.
Okay.
He rides in on Daryl, the boat from our other D&D game. It's me, the ultimate
We-
callback. I'm here to save you.
We all know who Daryl is. Excellent.
He's got some pies. He's got I don't
Okay.
know, whatever. All the other in jokes that we'll
Should
still
we?
assemble
Okay.
as we go.
So, arguably, we should go. We should go see what's happening up there, because it's worse than the donkey head thing. Hey, do you know about that?
He just Casimir just shakes his head.
Okay.
He has no idea what
Never
you're talking about.
Never mind. You're not from here either.
Yeah, where are you from?
He points to the forest tapestry and then looks very sad.
I know.
Sorry. Points and does the same thing. Like, duh.
I just mean,
Casimir
we
says,
came here from
he says,
somewhere very, very else.
he says, I will introduce you to Lavash. And so, are you guys going to go with
Fat
him?
brain.
Are you leaving Buck? Are you
Yeah.
dragging him with you?
I have got him in a box. Like, I don't know what kind of box.
You
like a
absolutely
wine
are
crate.
not carrying Buck's dead body in a box in your hands. What?
Not in my hands. I'm saying,
Where did you get a box?
that
A buck pack.
when I go to do long rest, I could create something. But for now, I guess
You
I
have
am
not done a
carrying him.
long rest.
Yeah.
So
I guess
you
it's
came
like a
into
suit.
Casimir's
go in
home.
my backpack under my cloak.
You came into Casimir's home and you placed him on a bed.
That's right.
If you're
Now
going
what?
to bring him up to talk to Lavash, you're gonna have to carry him. He doesn't
Okay.
fit in a
Let's
backpack. I know he's small.
Casimir, may we have a sheet or an old shirt or a length of fabric?
He says, of course, just take the sheet from the bed. I will find another.
We will thank you. We will wrap him with at least a modicum of some fucking dignity while we carry him.
Hey, Bringer, do you remember how he died? Like, does he have like a gaping wound? I don't remember what ultimately killed him. Did he get killed by the battle axe?
Claw hand, maybe?
No, the call hand threw fire.
Back and check. I think it was the battle axe.
I'm pretty sure it was the battle axe. So yeah, like he's got a chunk out of him.
He's well
It's
cleft.
okay. I'm gonna swaddle him like a little baby in this sheet. I'm gonna tie it up in a nice little package. This little buff.
And I'm going to leave him a
package.
coin, let's say, for the sheets and for your kindness. Thank you. And then we will go and meet Lavash.
Okay.
Out of the map. Oh, it's just click the.
Yeah, you just click. So,
Oh, you want salad? Mhm.
Casimir, yes, I do want salad. Casimir brings him up to the tent.
I'll mail you some.
I actually had a meatball sandwich from this awesome Italian place here today.
We have homemade pulled pork Sammys with some fancy cheese on them and ciabatta buns and some salad.
Sounds good.
Ordered secret Chuck
We
E.
can't.
Cheese.
Yeah, we can't talk about. we went to the Rat and we said, "Give us some pizza from your child casino," and he said, "Fine." We call it Pasquale's.
But it
I
was
think-
like $8. For
Yeah,
a
there's
ton of
some
pizza.
incredible like DoorDash.
And most of that was the tip.
is like, hey, if you order pizza, we give you
Lamp.
$15 off. And I'm like, what if we order this $20 garbage pizza? Can we get it for $5? And not quite, but we got.
I
a
mean,
lot
if
of
you
food
want
for very
$5
little.
garbage pizza, that's why Little Caesars exists.
Yeah, they're not on DoorDash though.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
that
they
was-
are. You
Oh,
have to
here-
order through Little Caesars website, but they
Oh, I
do go
see.
through DoorDash.
Oh,
I don't know
wow.
why it's that way, but yeah.
Well, so they're
DoorDash,
not part
sponsor
of
us.
the $15 pizza promo or whatever. Yeah, we're talking a lot about DoorDash. This
Dude,
episode sponsored by
dude.
DoorDash.
Sponsored by DoorDash,
Instant-
Jablinski Games, and Mark Mothersbaugh.
Instant,
And Harry
Always
What's
Mark
the pizza
Mothersbaugh.
company where you could just type /pizza into EverQuest and it would like open
Oh,
up a
God.
fucking order
Pizza
form.
Hut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. WoW had one.
Pizza Hut, and it was EverQuest 2.
Was it EverQuest 2?
Yes.
So
Don't
/pizza
gross me
reminded me of something. We are going way off, but it's fine. That's what this game is. So, did anyone ever listen to the podcast GFW Radio back in the day?
No.
no.
So it was Games for Windows Radio. That's what it was. But it was a bunch of
Wow.
PC gamer people. Like that's who. Like, but they worked at 1UP, I think. And one of the people on there was Sean Elliott, who had his own like website and did a bunch of stuff, whatever. Sean Baby, I think.
Oh yeah,
Same
Sean
dude.
Baby.
Yeah.
Right.
So he would just do like gamer moments or gamer corner or something. And one of them was this really long like essay. And I'll find it and we'll go through it real quick because I have it saved in my Google
Oh,
Docs.
no.
It's so good. And I'll hit it up at the end of this like session because it is very good. And one of the lines in his essay is, I don't blank something, I /pizza. And it is great. But it starts off with, I swish my legs through Taco Bell wrappers.
Oh no.
Ugh.
Okay.
Yep. It
Nice.
is fantastic.
Those bastards got rid of the Mexican pizza,
You guys-
or are getting rid of the Mexican pizza, and I'm very upset about this.
You guys do
Just
not eat
FYI.
well. For the love of God, buy some Instant Pots.
This is
We have
look,
an Instant Pot. We just
This
need
is
garbage.
just our-
we have an
D&D
Instapot,
feasting.
we have an air fryer. It really comes down to the fact that trying to cook with cats in this small fucking kitchen I have sucks, so I'm not going to do it. That's it.
Oh,
fair enough.
Like
That's a
my
bummer.
my partner cooks every once in a while, but I can only eat so
Instant
much
Pot,
marinara.
Instant Pot pulled pork is dope.
Yeah, she's
Making
Italian,
it
so
from
she's an amazing cook, but it's
frozen.
just otherwise it kills my stomach.
We do have big plans for like batch cooking and slow cooker things
Ooh.
we can leave on during the day and eat for dinner.
If you
and
guys,
shit, but we're
if
just-
you guys want recipes, let me know. I
Yeah.
have like a lot of good ones.
I also do my
Word.
best cooking when I'm drunk, and I don't really get drunk anymore.
Fair.
probably for the best.
So we go
There's a
up the
trade-off.
hill. to
Yeah, so you
see
go up the
Oh.
hill to the
Lavash.
tent, and he introduces you to Lavash, and
So we see
Lavash
the
looks-
whipped boy for the first time.
Is he the one that was in fact beating the dude, or is he the bigger dude that was admonishing the dude for the beating?
he is the dude who was beating the dude.
Okay.
And he looks up and and he sets the whip down, so it's clear that he is Lavash Mothersbaugh, and looks at you, and his demeanor changes, and he's very welcoming. He's like, oh, come in, visitors. Casimir, who are your friends? And Casimir introduces you and says that you are adventurers and one of your party died, and he points to the in a slightly better position, not ragdolling all over the place, wrapped in white linen, Buck, and Lavash says, I am so sorry. This is not a safe place. What can I do for you?
It's safer than town. That place is shit.
No, like he like waves around. You're aware that he means Barovia.
Oh.
Do you know how to bring people back from the dead. Figured it was worth an ask.
There, he says, there's tale of someone at the Amber Temple who could
Yes.
potentially bring someone back.
That's what he said.
Yeah, Casimir says, I mentioned that to them, but they would
That's
not
our
make
next
it in
stop.
time. And he, Lavash, actually proactively offers, to loan you a horse and cart, to try and get there in time.
Would be appreciated. Otherwise, we would have been walking. Although, I fear we won't make it in time regardless, based on the distance I've been described.
Well, the longer we talk, the less likely we are to get there.
Fair enough.
He says, I'm happy to offer this. I only ask one thing. Once you are done with your quest, where hopefully you can bring your friend back, but if not, even so, I would take it on a kindness if you would try and find my daughter.
We heard
Arabelle.
your missing princess.
I think I called her Arabelle before. Why the fuck did I pronounce it that way? Is it written different? Yeah, I was reading the wrong word. Haha, it's Arabelle. That's the name.
Arabelle. We would be happy to keep our eyes open, of course.
And
The big armed pervert from the city's dead, so that's at least something.
He says, I don't have any information, but if you can find anything, let me know.
Can you spare any men to help us search?
They are mostly all out searching right now.
We want to help.
And he says, I'm not asking you to do this right now, but once, if you can save your friend, or at least once you're done at the temple, return, and if she's still missing, I could definitely use your help.
Okay,
Of course.
That's fair.
Thank you for all of your hospitality.
You are welcome, my friends. All right.
I guess, yeah. We hop in whatever he brings us and
get on the road.
Head that way.
Okay. Close some stuff, and we're going back to the map.
Barovia.
I think I actually have a cart icon, but I'm not going to bother changing it. So you guys are in a cart now, so you can definitely move faster. So tell me the route you are going.
What's the deal with the dotted line versus the solid line?
It's rougher terrain.
Okay.
So that looks like a riverside dirt.
Yeah, it's kind of like a dirt path, and it also stops right here.
Yeah.
And it actually, like, on your map, you can tell not only does it stop right here, there's clearly something here. You don't know what it is. So if you went this route, you'd have to ford the river.
We're not playing Oregon Trail. What the fuck are you talking about?
How much extra time would it be to go west to the pass
river in this economy?
So
I need to look up some information because I have trouble with travel times.
Least favorite Star Trek episode. The trouble with travel times. The measure of a span. That's pretty good.
Fuck.
Okay, I think we would say that. Man. Okay, we do change. If we travel by wagon, because it says gallop and you have to rotate horses and stuff. Here we go. Travel pace, mounts and vehicles. Okay.
So my horseshoer also plays D&D. And I'm not going to be like John, who had an argument with his DM about like actual horse capabilities because his DM tried to fuck with him when he was like, "Oh, these two giant draft horses can only pull 450 pounds, which is fucking ridiculous."
They could obviously 6,000 pounds, 12,000 if they're friends. Maybe half again as much.
Well,
I think
he
9,000 if they're best
the
friends.
DM so much I can't remember if the DM said find their ponies instead or if he gave him the actual weight amount.
Oh yeah, don't worry. We've had, I'm gonna make Mediator a shirt that says "Ask me about my fucking brazier," where he's like Google image searching how big a brazier is, and everybody else is like, it's a copper pot, like just something to burn stuff in so it doesn't burn everything, and it's magical. And it was this big fucking problem because the D&D economy is also bananas. So it's like,
I mean, do we need to send him one?
This like 10-pound bronze brazier costs 5 GP, the same as like a night in a nice hotel room. I don't know, just none of it makes any fucking sense.
Oh my god, what is the shortcut key for this?
Alt F4.
Oh, damn it. Almost. Half a second too quick.
Don't feel too bad, because also almost. Seriously, what the fuck is the shortcut key for marking this right? Like to stop the distance thing. Thought it was right click, but it's not working.
I don't know. We can't see anything that's happening on your screen.
Wrong.
Yeah, I'm trying to measure.
I hate all those weed coins.
Alt?
They're
Right click.
really bad.
Nope. Control.
What?
Ah, it's control. Haha, I got it. All right.
They're like gummy snacks for weed, but they dried out and were very leathery.
No, it's not whatever that is that you just did. I
What?
got it. Give me time. I
Were
have to
they
map.
just regular coins that you could have put into a vending machine that dispensed weed candy at the weed store pipe rifle?
It would have been pretty great. These were
This nickel tastes so nickely.
oh, yeah. It was like they're these gummy they're like birthday cake gummy coins, but really they're just like weed gelatin, like unflavored gelatin that tastes kind of like weed, and then they have like the rainbow sprinkle nonpareils on top. Like that was it.
Birthday cake.
Yeah. And like it's basically a birthday cake, right?
Nothing
Weed
sprinkled
gelatin.
on it. What do you
I mean,
want?
it was at least decorative.
I mean, and it's sweet. There's something
Like supposed to be kind of candles in this birthday
Yeah.
cake scenario.
it's weirdly upsetting when they have gelatin that doesn't have any flavor, but it has sugar. It's like this is sweet, gummy, faintly weed candy with sugar sprinkles on top. But
Like grass with sugar on it.
like I kept going to the weed store at times where they would give you a free edible if you spent a certain amount. Like that was the promo, and I'm like, I don't really do edibles, but I guess I'll take one of them. And so I've got like a nasty old 1,000 milligram brownie. It's just, I don't know. It's one of those like I have to chop it up into pieces and
It's
take it
Homer
like
Simpson,
pills.
the fucking hero sandwich here. You're just like bashing off chunks of this nasty old brownie.
yeah.
Okay. So if you go full out
Sliced.
all the way there, it's going to take you about around, 26, 27 hours.
Yeah.
And that's if you encounter nothing the entire way there. So like that's how long it's going to take though.
Okay.
So we'll have to go the whole, hey, we're moving down the road and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
me roll dice, etc., etc.
Me roll dice is another good shirt. No. Okay, so last call if anyone wants to try for something closer.
Like you get to the windmill like fairly quickly and probably
mean,
uneventfully.
Because now it is, I made a big dramatic speech of maybe things work different, but then Casimir was like, he wants to take him to the temple, but they're not going to get there in time. So, well, shit, maybe it is basically the same. You've got about a day to resurrect somebody, so.
Yeah. Then let's try the windmill first.
Okay, and I explained that in character, that it's like, from the way they were discussing, it sounds like we are on the same limited timetable. So if you want, we can see if the woman who sold pies at the windmill We know we all felt something was off about her, right?
She makes kids into pies.
We don't know that.
I mean,
You had
it's
like a child to burn
Oh.
with.
Hey,
She traded a pie for a child. That's all we
hey,
know.
guess what? I'm really wrong on resurrection.
Oh,
Oh,
like within an hour or something.
well then.
I also think that I might be thinking of the wrong spell. So give me just a second. I don't think it's.
oh,
Fuck, what is it
How
called?
many bring back to life spells?
There's
there
like
is.
2.
The one
Pretty
that
sure
uses
there's
a
2.
diamond is like resurrection, I thought.
No, that's the problem. I think that's the whole thing. Is we're thinking of the wrong spell.
Oh,
Revivify is what I was thinking of.
yeah, resurrection's like what, like a 9th level spell?
Yeah,
or something?
resurrection is a much higher spell.
7th level necromancy. Touch
Yeah.
a dead creature that's been dead for no more than a century.
Uh-huh.
Also, we've got some time, but
oh, well,
Right, but
shit.
that's not the spell I was thinking of. It was
Well,
revivify.
but if somebody knows resurrection, we got 100 years to
Yeah,
carry this
shit.
dead body around.
It's touch a creature that has died within the last minute. What the
Oh well,
fuck?
neither of those are good then.
Yeah.
Give me 2 seconds. I gotta check something. Either my memory is really bad about this entire thing that we're doing. Let me go
Or
look
just
at Amber
being
Temple real
pranked.
quick.
What about
You're also
raise
allowed just to
dead?
make things up to suit you.
Well, I've been doing that, but this is like this is kind of an important thing.
Okay, I think we
It
need
turns out
raise
it was
dead.
actually Lavashton Kutcher, and that's why he was sending us
We're
to the
getting-
Ember.
getting punked by Lavashton Kutcher.
You're on punk.
Raise dead, dead no longer than 10 days. If the creature's soul is both willing and at liberty to rejoin the body, the creature returns to life with 1 hit point.
Maybe it's raised dead then.
Closes all mortal wounds but doesn't restore body parts. The organs are necessary for survival, like the head, are not present, automatically fails. Coming
Was there
back
enough
from
buck
the
meat?
dead is a big ordeal, and you take a bunch of penalties and they go down every time you take a long rest. That is a, what is it? 5th level necromancy. And what else? There's also reincarnate? Shit. Reincarnate, touch a dead humanoid or a piece of a dead humanoid, provided they've been no longer than 10 days. It forms a new adult body for it and then calls the soul to enter the body.
We got
Did I
options.
Did I just send you idiots to the wrong place? Hold on.
Reincarnate also makes
I
you
mean,
choose a random body.
You
You
didn't.
roll a d100, you might be a half orc when you come
No,
back.
I
That's
don't
awesome.
feel right if I gave you the wrong information. Give me a second.
It sounds like 10 days is more the window for resurrection.
Yeah, but I might be
Or
sending you also to the entirely wrong, not correct place. For some reason, I thought it was the Amber Temple. I don't think it's the Amber Temple anymore.
Oh no.
Jack.
So we're going to have to probably retcon once I figure out what I'm talking about.
Fine
is-
by me.
This place called, oh my god, what's wrong with me?
Is it the Wizard of Wines?
It's new text.
It is not new text. It is not the Wizard of Wines.
The priest at the Wizard of Wines can help you.
I mean, it worked for Jesus,
He was a Wizard of Wines. Yeah. That's
and
who
then he
runs the
got
place.
resurrected. So
Yeah, he only needed 3 days.
you just need to find a cave with a big rock
Like
in front.
I'm jumping all over through D&D Beyond because it's like I know what I'm thinking of, but I don't remember what the place is called.
You're trying all the different Boolean, like how do I keyword find this thing?
Well, I even know the name. Like I can't remember the name of the person I'm trying to send you to too. Like that's the whole like. There's so much built up around this thing, and I can't remember where it is. Is it in a town?
Probably in Velaki in that store we ignored.
Slash didn't
I was like,
notice.
That's why it popped up.
All right, it's not
Stupid
there.
purple smoke.
So in Velaki, it turns out there's a guy with a one arm slightly larger than the other. What you want to do is talk to him, win him over, and then he can just bring you back from the dead whenever you want.
Shit.
It can't be here. Is it here?
We'll just have to check in with that nice old lady who collects a child for a debt of pies and lives in a windmill. Nothing weird there.
See, this is what happens when I don't
Yeah.
reread the entire thing every single week.
So
The entire module.
Yes, that's
you
what I
have
was
the,
doing. That's why I was stressed out all the time.
Oh, well, that's better than that. We're
Trying
fine
to
chilling.
keep the entire module in your head all the time. It's not easy.
Did you think that in the
this
middle of
way.
a fight we're gonna be like, suddenly we're gonna run back to the Seraph?
I never know what you're going to do. Did I?
know.
I had the entire Velaki thing still mostly in my head, and then you picked a fight with the guard.
No one picked a fight. I was just being weird,
A
and drinking
bow,
water.
an arrow came
Well,
flying
that
out
was-
of nowhere. I don't want to hear that no one picked a fight. I'm pretty sure
That
that's
was-
not true.
That was after many back and
Did a
forth
thing
where,
where
he
I
was gonna leave us alone,
finish
and then
the fight.
he kept coming back and being like, "I've got more suspicions for you."
I
Like,
mean, he
"God
come at me, bro, at least 3 times.
Yeah.
And you are
I have a
obligated
limit.
by any code of decency on a third come at me, bro, to come at.
Yeah.
I've
I
got
know he's even trying to hold you
All right,
back.
it's
So
definitely not here. Okay.
I think also to be clear, or you remaining alive, folks, do have the deed to the windmill.
You do have the
That'll
deed to the
probably be-
windmill.
super good.
Yeah, we can oust the witch and either save Buck or bury him in the one piece of property he owned that we know of.
Or bake me
That's
into some of those pies so that I can like come back as 1,000 haunted children.
I like
That
the
is an
idea of-
option.
He came to Barovia where he finally died a homeowner. He finally
every millennial's dream.
buried him in front of the old windmill he loved that he owned. Never saw it, but was very proud to be an owner of a thing. It took straw to make it happen.
I'm losing my mind. I swear to God, I didn't make this character up. This character exists. I'm going crazy. Like I can't find what I remember. It better not have been from a different module.
Oh no.
Is his name Daryl?
No,
I know about that guy.
I don't want to say what I'm looking for. Oh, never mind. I skipped a town. I found it. Thank fucking God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. A little bit of retconning is happening right now. The dude did told you to go to Amber Temple with regards to Strahd. 100% true, 100% accurate. You might find some help there. Done.
Okay.
Regarding saving Buck, he told you to go to the town of Krezek, which is
All the way west.
all the way west, which is almost equidistant. Like it's a little closer. And then everything else happened the way it happened. So you still have a cart.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
can get there within 24 hours. Now I need to look up what the person's thing was, because
Wasn't
like I
there
said,
somebody wasn't Arena's other destination for Zek?
it was the abbey that you were directed to that I had completely forgotten about once you dropped off Arena, because I was like, oh, they'll probably never go there now.
No, why would we ever go to the secondary place? Because we burned all of our bridges in the first place.
Well, originally you hadn't.
I mean, truthfully, she's safer without us, if we're honest.
And she
I'm
should
not
be
saying
safe at
Ron's
the-
a good guy in this adventure, but
All right, let me find this dude.
Well, before you
It's
dig too
called
far into
the go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna say, before you dig too far into that, which way do we want to go? Do we want to go to the windmill, or do we want to go to the other town?
I think if there is help to be had in a town, I think that sounds safer than the windmill for now. I know our last town experience didn't go
I don't
great,
like
but-
town.
Yeah?
I really don't like town. Like, I really don't like town.
I want to do what's best for our fallen teammate.
Yes,
And
but
this-
if we go to a town and something happens, she'll run away again, and then another of us might die.
I'm just saying, maybe we
You-
don't go to towns.
Okay, but hear me out. Towns are set up to do business and house their citizens. An old creepy windmill could have just about anything in there, and I would like Buck with us in case it's something bad.
But it's a town.
Okay, well, that's one vote for windmill, one vote for town. I think Buck would vote for being alive, but that doesn't really count right now. What do you think, Ivy?
I agree that the town is our best bet, but being realistic, there's only 2 of us. Although,
why don't we camp
Buck here
outside
to
of-
touch, without Buck here to touch magic swords or incite riots, we might actually be able to save him.
Hmm?
I turned to Starts. I'm like, would you be comfortable camping outside of town with Ivy while I run in real quick and bring our friend back to life? I know none of us are inconspicuous, but you don't want to go, and Ivy is the most conspicuous. So maybe you guys loiter outside and I go see what's... Maybe bring the priest out to us, or whoever this person is.
I guess that's fair.
It's the best I can offer, since we're like in a cart waiting to decide which direction to go.
It's like literally a turn left or right moment.
Yeah, we're blinker on, hazard
Go.
on at the intersection,
Go.
letting other people go.
If we
All right.
if we go in, if we wait and go in at night, I'll follow you, and so that you're not alone and someone has your back.
All right,
So-
let's go to Kresh.
Kreshk. I was
Right.
also going to say, if you
Freeze.
decide to go to the windmill, you're going to have to somehow get this cart through Valaki. Because the
Yeah.
road runs through the town.
Well, shit, that's probably the most
That's the
pressing
most compelling
thing that we all
reason.
agree we don't want to do.
All right, so you guys are booking it down the road. None of you had a long rest or anything. Very important to point out.
Can somebody rest in the cart while we're
Uh,
running?
I would say you could take turns and get a short rest in as you're going down this. You're not going to get a long rest. This isn't like a day's ride. This is probably about half a day.
Okay.
So
Okay,
either
cool.
either 2 people could try and rest back there, but again, you're on a cart. I'm still going to say regardless, at the most you're going to get a short rest.
Yeah, I think
Because
we have to
you're
short
booking
rest.
it. Like, you're not going slow, so...
Right.
And I don't need one. Because, you know.
I haven't done much.
Can you
'Cause, you
drive
know-
can you drive a cart, teenager?
I can talk to the horse.
Someone scraping peanut butter on toast. Keep
Someone
hearing a
grinding
weird, like,
weed.
shoof, shoof,
But,
shoof
no, I
sound.
was
Okay.
sharpening my knife.
Ah.
All right, so as you go down the road, it's
Or the background sound from my other character.
it's continuing to get dark. You hit a crossroads. At this intersection, it branches northwest, northeast, southwest, and southeast. The lower half of a snapped wooden signpost thrusts upward at an angle. Do you bother trying to read the sign, or are you just going to keep booking it?
I'm going to glance as we go by.
Yeah, if we can.
So it's kind of hard to read because it's broken, but
Oh, shit. Wait. Real quick. I have gentle repose, and I probably would have used that. I forgot that I had it.
I don't know what that does.
You touch a corpse, they're protected from decay and can't become undead, and while they're under the influence, it does not count against the time for spells such as Raise Dead.
Okay.
It lasts for 10 days. Jesus Christ. Because there aren't that many great second level cleric spells, so I picked it because I'm
Do
like,
you
yeah,
have
there's
a
gonna be, like,
slot
zombies and shit.
available?
I believe I did.
Believe you don't.
Is that 3 out of 3 mean I spent all 3?
That means that you spent them.
No, this is. Do you want to cast at second level 3 slots, and then I cast it, and I have 2 out of 3.
Okay, hold on. Right, but were you tracking your spells? Because I'm pretty.
I don't think he cast
Yeah,
any level
I have-
2s.
I've cast 2 first levels, and I haven't done any because I have Aid, Enhance Ability, and Gentle Repose. I haven't used either or any of those. I may have. No, I don't think I casted like a Cure or anything at a higher level either. I've
Consult
just
the
used
tape.
2 because it does mark that I have 2 first levels gone.
Yeah. So you had slots available and you let Buck die. I just want to point that out. Okay.
I don't think I let him die. I could have done. I think he got hit immediately that took him from like 2 to -20.
I mean, that's
something.
kind of how that fight went. So anyway.
Yeah.
And then
So
I
anyway-
I got a critical miss on my first death saving throw, I believe, scrolling through the logs, and then just one more death.
There
failed.
was a moment where I was like, I think I took an attack when I should have run over and tried to stabilize you, but
So we
I was
can
like, let's end this
retcon
fight.
that immediately once you realized he was like after the fight, once you
But
realized he
yeah.
was dead, you did that. Yeah, absolutely.
it doesn't actually change much because it's like we're gonna be done within 10 days, but I would have done it because
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh shit, well this is the first thing I do. Okay, he is stable. That's why we're less panicked about everything, and we're able to talk to the Stani and everything. Okay, all makes sense.
Makes
Very
sense.
good. One spell slot,
And we're not
and we
driving their
all-
horses into the ground.
Yeah, and then we can
We can borrow the
make
car
our
nicely.
way to town to Krajik.
So anyway, all of that completely being irrelevant,
Yeah, but
you hear a gasp of air
good
from
for
the back
story.
of the cart as
What?
Buck wakes up.
You son of a bitch.
And I'm very glad I
You
waited for
little
you to
shit.
that you said that right when
Explain
that
the whole
happened.
thing.
But you hear a gasp. He's still wrapped in the linen, so
That would be extra good if I was like,
So-
holding the linen and being like, it's okay. Let me cast
so
gentle
Bringer,
repose."
completely react like you would, being completely mummified in linen as you wake up.
Guys, what the fuck happened? I can't see anything either because I have fucking copper coins on my eyes, apparently.
I mean, you're like, it would be like if someone gave you, a bed sheet and you laid down and rolled up in like a burrito.
So I've got to
Buck-
thrash
couple-
around a little bit.
Couple
to-
layers of linen, not full mummy, I don't think. But hey, who am I
trying
to
to
judge?
thrash around a little bit to get these copper coins off my eyes from the gentle repose.
We pull the cart over. I don't actually know who was driving, but yeah, we're like, oh my god! And we quickly disentangle Buck, if possible.
What the hell happened?
Well, there was a die roll, so now I'm also
You
wondering- What? You died. You went down hard in that fight with the guards. I didn't mean to rhyme. You were all the way down. We were asking for help, and we were headed to the next town looking for resurrection magic. But here you are. What happened to you?
I'm
Do you
gonna get
remember
out and I'm
anything?
gonna look at the sign while they're having this conversation.
Are you freaked out, or are you just like, oh, he was dead, now he's not dead?
No, this is weird.
Okay. So yeah, do you
Buck
remember?
Buck is definitely pretty wide-eyed, and he's not quite sure what to say because this really doesn't match up with what he kind of believes death is supposed to involve, or resurrection. He's been around the war, he's seen people die and get resurrected, and there's a certain element to that he's familiar with, whereas this sort of seems very off, and he's a little bit quiet and withdrawn from that, and just kind of unsure of what's going on, more so than just would be explained by a sheet and a couple of copper coins.
Oh, and that's what I'm asking. Is where did you go? Did it just feel like you were knocked out and you just woke up here, or do you remember anything? What's the last thing you remember?
I got into a fight with the guards, and she ran away again, and kind of storms off the cart, and then they hit me, and I went down, and they hit me again, and everything went black, and I thought death was supposed to be different. It was supposed to. I don't think I can die here. And he got this, his face is very pale, and that's the second time I should have gone, but I can't.
No, you're right. I had a hard reset when I should have been fully shut down. I don't know exactly what's happening, and I don't want to test this theory because don't forget we saw a parade of ghosts. Maybe if your whole body is
this doesn't mean you
disintegrated
can
or
keep
something.
touching magic swords.
But I think we have no real choice but to say we've been lucky so far. I don't know if that's necessarily true.
This whole conversation, Buck is like fidgeting with his pipe, like kind of loading it, unloading it, pulls out like just like his hands are very busy and active because he's not doing anything of production. He's just very fidgety and like off.
I think
So what does this sign say?
Oh yeah. No stopping and arguing about resurrection.
When you put the signs together, it's giving you directions basically. So it's directing you to Krezek and Solinka Pass, which is the direction you were going. Lake Baratok, which I believe is south. No, what?
Baratok is next to
Hold
the
on.
tower.
Yeah, this is giving the worst directions in the world. Why is it? Okay. Wow, the wording on this is bad. So it's basically saying, oh, that's right. Okay, so it's saying go up here to go to Krezek and Solinka Pass, because Solinka Pass branches off right here. Lake Baratok is also that to the northwest. That's what I don't like. Lake Baratok's right here.
It is technically to the northwest on the road. You would
No,
have to
because
go.
Yeah,
If we're at this intersection,
yeah,
you'd
that's
have
true.
to take the northwest branch.
Right. So why would you go
there?
south? There is no southwest here.
Oh, was it saying southwest?
Southwest for Krezek.
Oh, well
This
then,
is
yeah.
a very bad sign. Because it's not supposed to be being bad. So
Is
it's
that
just
so-
telling you the things like let me look and see if there's
Is it
anything
supposed to
on
be
here
like-
that you don't already know the location of.
Oops.
Nothing. This is completely useless. The sign,
Oh,
why is this
wait,
here?
Maybe it's this intersection.
Maybe. No,
This-
it's this intersection. I went and double checked.
Okay, because this would be southwest.
No, I
Well,
guess you're
either one
right.
would
Yeah,
take
it would
it
be that
first.
intersection. Whatever.
But
Fuck
either
it.
one, because this dirt road connects again.
Yeah. Anyway,
This town is
All right.
roads are dumb.
We are.
everything is bad.
We're headed to Krezek. I think.
I mean,
that
do
was
we
my
even need to
initial
go?
point. Well, I was gonna say I think what Buck needs and maybe what we all need right now is for somebody else to make us a nice meal. We sleep in a real bed. We leave our troubles in Valaki, and we resume the rest of our quest after we're back to 100%. If we can do that somewhere closer than Krezek, by all means.
What about Shitbird's Tower?
It sounds like it seems like we're close to the tower.
Ricky Tikki Tavi's tower place.
Did he tell us that was going to be just like, hey, stop by and pick up some stuff, or is it like a trouble zone?
I mean, I don't exactly like him, but
Yeah,
Why don't you like him? What did he do to you?
he's great.
he doesn't like
He
the
talks about
Vistani, who
perverts.
seem perfectly reasonable.
Except for
He's
the beating.
racist.
So, okay, do we want to go to Van Richten's tower and rest there?
I mean, we're supposed to go there anyway.
If the sign gives us an indication that it's kind of close, I'll be like, if anyone who doesn't want to make the long haul to Krezek and enjoy human comforts, Starts, I know you're out,
Yeah.
then I say we can head to Van Richten's tower or back to Valaki. I mean, where else are we going to go?
I mean, there's this other
What's in
town
New
that
Tax?
way.
What's in new text?
That dead guy from the road.
Yeah, new text is Argenvolst Holt.
that doesn't sound friendly. Van Richten's
That's
tower-
why you have that coin. Is his like boss is there also like undead?
Oh, he wanted to see us, or
I don't remember. You guys need to take notes.
all right.
Yeah, I mean, the tower that.
The tower is a place we were invited to go. Let's go
Yes.
there. We're not feeling very welcome around here. Van Richten said, "Check out my tower." So let's
Check
go
out
there.
my dope dormitory.
All right, that's my vote.
Got some blacklight posters on the wall.
All right, so you guys are going to the tower, correct?
Yes.
Does that sound good to
Okay.
everybody? All right.
I think that is an appropriate direction to take while picking up our pieces.
Is
I
Buck
can-
still like all super gory, or is he like nothing fucking happened?
He's like,
Throw him in the lake.
well, from all outward appearances, he's like nothing happened. He doesn't have a big gash in the side or anything.
I haven't been prestidigitated clean now, so like all of my clothing is rent and bloody, I assume.
Yes.
Or yes.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
wrapped
Yeah,
you up as you
you're
were.
still like, if someone looked at you, like your clothing is still destroyed where the axe hit, but your skin seems fine to the observer.
Huh. Okay. Huh. So
Um, are
What?
you looking at yourself, Prayer?
Yes.
To you, however, you have a massive gaping wound.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like looking around.
As far as your eyes are concerned right now, you look like you should not be alive.
Yeah.
And that you haven't been alive. Everybody
is
else
rebooting
sees you as
mean?
perfectly fine, though.
what exactly does rebooting mean?
Oh.
Are you talking to
I'm
DT,
asking
or were you
DT.
actually
Yeah,
asking
like-
me? Okay.
No, well,
Because I was going to say, I ain't fucking telling you.
While we were on the cart, yeah, just
Yes.
having chit chat. Oh, because I mentioned like, because I'm not technically alive, my consciousness in times of, let's say, extreme damage.
So you died.
Well, not exactly. I come back, I wake up just as good as I was. I would say it would be the difference for a human between going to sleep and being knocked unconscious. But then, somewhere after all of that, there is death. I can definitely die. And I feel like I should have maintained or sustained enough damage to completely end all of my functions, but instead I rebooted as if nothing was wrong. And this sounds similar to what Buck is describing in an organic fashion.
You died.
Perhaps. And yet here we are. This
I don't
place
like
is
this.
curious. Or
I
as you would
also
say,
don't like
total
that
bullshit.
I heard a dice roll.
You don't know what you are.
Wait, how the hell are you hearing the dice roll? I have a headset on.
I heard something.
It's all roll. It's so with Foundry, if you have private dice rolls on,
Yeah.
it's like you're rolling behind a screen IRL, so it still plays the sound. of
Oh,
the
I
dice
didn't know. All right.
So you still get like that like ominous like, oh shit, what is happening perspective if you're paying attention to it.
Yeah, I mean, something's
Oh, yeah.
happening.
I did just hear that.
Okay, well let's just go to that guy's house.
So DT, as you
Oh,
were
we have to-
explaining that, so you can see the chat window, right? Pipe.
No. Which
You can't. The game chat.
The Discord?
No, the game.
No,
The game that we're playing right now.
No, where is that chat window?
The window where my rolls are showing up.
Okay, sorry.
There's a
yes,
17 and a 2.
Sorry, I see that. Yes.
Okay, yeah, just
I thought
wanna
I
make
was
sure.
looking for a chat that had come in and I wasn't seeing it, so I
Oh.
thought maybe it was somewhere else. Okay. I see what you mean. Yeah, there was a roll 11 minutes ago and one 2 minutes ago. That two
Yep.
that showed the gash. when
Read the
Buck
thing I
looked it
just sent you
up. Okay.
and deal with that. So you kind, as you were telling that story, you kind of felt like a glitch of sorts, and then this.
Oh no. Do I have to act on that right now, or it's just if it comes up?
I
I know it's hard to
mean,
keep genericized.
So, no, that's now.
Okay. Well, but
So-
I mean, would I have to spontaneously just announce it?
Oh
or
no,
is it-
not
yeah.
but when
But
you
it's as
talk
of now,
when you
yeah.
talk and anything else in character, this thing has to happen.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to
At least-
like do
Look
that.
again.
You don't have to do the second sentence unless that comes up. But the following sentence you absolutely have to do now.
Nice.
Yep. Okay. So you guys are going to Van Richten's Tower, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So Van Richten's Tower.
I feel bad that you thought we were going to Chris.
No,
Did
I
it
don't,
mess with
because
all
I
the
literally
crest
have
plans?
nothing. No, actually, I did. I have all the towns prepped. I forgot.
Our
I
crest
actually did that.
plans.
Luckily, I pulled in Van Richten's Tower when I told you about it because I was like, "Ha! I bet they go there right away." That was a while ago, so
Nice.
shows how good I am at guessing what you're going to do.
Yeah, you basically said this is a friend telling you go to my house and pick up a powerful magical item that will help you. Like, why
Yeah.
didn't we go there and be?
I
Because
think
it's
I
more
think it was a reasonable
Well, because
assumption.
we didn't. Because literally the next day we're like, let's check out Valaki before we leave, and we went to a toy store and had a nice morning, and then we had to get run out of town like always.
real bad.
Well, and like I
Wow.
still have the coffin maker shop set up and all this other stuff because I was like, surely they're going to do something dumb and go back there and try and burn it down because they keep talking about it. And then nobody did.
You know, I really got to take notes. If I'm honest, I thought we did burn it.
No, we just killed the guy.
I think
That's
you might have
for
been on
lazy.
your way to burn it down. No, you were
It was-
exploring the town.
It was being discussed.
Yeah,
for sure.
there were
Should have
donkey
gone
people.
for brunch.
Yeah. As always, this could have been solved with brunch.
Also, off screen, they tried to arrest Ivy's Echo. It didn't work.
Is it just like running around like a mirage
No,
decoy
it's
if
still
she's not
standing.
there?
It's
Like-
still standing in the fountain where she left it.
But I mean, is it just
Well, I mean,
doing
Oh,
it-
once
nothing?
I
Or is it,
once
like,
I get like
mimicking
30
her?
feet from it, it
Right.
disappears.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
so while she was running, they went to arrest it, and since it wasn't getting in commands, it just stood there, so they didn't bother attacking it, and they handcuffed it and everything were all ready, and then it just disappeared, and the handcuffs fell to the ground.
Nice.
Pretty great.
That's what I do. I don't actually consider, hey, where's this guy I need to direct you to? I don't care about that. No, it's just dumb shit that happens off screen.
That's the best part.
All right.
I'm all
this is
about the
configured
Jablinski
right.
and Arena side story.
That's
That's
it.
gonna be good. The Jablinski Arena side story.
Irina and Jablinski fall in love.
And run off, and they're like, "Fuck this town." Jablinski turns into a paladin, fights Strahd. We never see it again.
All right, I'm pulling you guys over.
Okay. I've been dealing with my, like, you guys may have noticed that I was like a little twitchy, like, and I'm adjusting things and like doing screwdriver stuff, greasing the bearings, but not saying anything.
Oh, I almost read the complete wrong thing. Glad I noticed that.
Strahd is standing over a pile of blood. It's like, wait, no. Pile of
All right,
blood.
here you go. So, where's the introduction to the stupid thing? Okay, so as you approach the tower, you come to a cold mountain lake enclosed by misty woods and rocky bluffs. Thick fog creeps across the dark, still waters. The trail ends at a grass-covered causeway that stretches 100 yards across the lake to a flat, marshy island with a stone tower on it. The tower is old and decrepit, with collapsing scaffolds clinging to one side, where a large gash has split the wall. Time-worn griffin statues, their wings and flanks covered with moss, perch atop buttresses that support the walls. Parked near the base of the tower within sight of the entrance is a barrel-topped wagon spattered with mud. Want to point out, you would all be aware this is not the same wagon that you saw in Valaki.
Okay.
The tower is 80 feet tall, has 4 levels. Just if that you were curious.
It's a big wizard's tower. Why did they like
High ceilings. Fancy.
While we're all looking up at the tower, I lean over to him and say, "Why do you suppose they like big towers like this?" Oh, sorry. Hold on. Start I put my hand to my throat. Oh no, something wrong with the old voice box, it seems. Just weird sparks are crackling and things are changing. Just, I look visibly upset. Don't know where this is coming from. The point stands, though. Why do you think they like big, straight up and down towers?
It's a common wizard's trait. It reminds them of their staff.
Men.
I give DT like a sort of like second look, like that was weird.
No, best not to dwell on it.
Yeah. Oh, do you need some lubricant? Or was that I think like a couple of steps away?
Now, you know that's racist. I run on internal lubricant just like anyone else. It's high time. Look, I'm going through some things. You just died. Don't worry about it.
No, I can't die.
I'm gonna go peek at the wagon.
You're really quiet.
Oh, were you muted?
I'm gonna peek at the wagon before going over to the door. Is there
Okay.
anything other than it's covered with mud?
Under layers of mud, the wagon sports a fresh coat
Got
of
a
purple
Fresca
paint,
logo.
and its wheels have fancy gold trim. A brass lantern hangs from each corner, and red drapes cover a tombstone-shaped window on each side. A steel padlock secures the back door, hanging from which is a cheap wooden sign that reads, "Keep out."
I'm gonna knock.
Wait. I can see through it.
Oh yeah.
What do I see in it? Or I'm aware of it or whatever.
Yeah, so how does that work? Give me a sec.
Yeah, it says like I took notes. I can sense everything in a 60-foot radius, but nothing after that. So I should be able to sense everything that's in the wagon.
What would that be like? I don't even.
I sense a
Like a
chain
Daredevil
spot?
comic.
But like, yeah, I can sense that there's wood, and then it's a table, and then I sense forks, a dinner set. Like, I don't know, is it or
So
is it? You can
Steal
decide
it.
which wall of the thing is transparent and like look through it, kind of thing.
I would
Yeah.
say give me a perception check. We'll see how much you can perceive within the wagon.
Seems like a fair way to use blind sense. Like,
Especially
Yeah.
like if there was I would tell you if there was a person in there, but
well, yeah, like but
um
run a check a completely enclosed.
yeah,
space.
so since you're trying to look at something that's clearly not moving, not making any sound or anything like that, there's no one inside. So all you can make out is that there's some, like normal stuff like wardrobes, chests, various just, wooden items inside, like containers, pots, pans, things like that. Things you would expect to be in a wagon.
All right, it's full of normal shit and no people. Open it at your own risk. Watch out for brooms and swords.
I'm gonna knock.
There's no answer.
What did I just tell you?
Shrug.
It's probably more like she knocked, and that's how you know what's in it because it rattled the whole thing, like
Fair.
all the vibrations.
Then I'm gonna go up to the door and knock, I guess.
The wagon door or the
Tower door.
The tower door. Okay. The tower door is made of iron with no visible handles or hinges. In the middle of the door is a large embossed
You're there in
symbol.
the tower.
A connected series of lines with 8 stick figures around it carved into the lintel above the door is a word, Kazan. I'm actually supposed to
Can I
show
what
this
can I
image
when-
to you.
Kevin,
What the?
and do you have art for us?
Yeah, here we go.
what nifty?
It's a butterfly.
It looks like the man doing a little dance. Why don't we do a little dance? I'm from everywhere. my accent's just flying around.
What can I sense in the door from like through the door
Nothing.
into the tower? Huh. Unusual. I sense nothing through the door. I should be able to see something. Just imagine me doing air quotes around the word see.
It's
I'm gonna
magic,
drag my finger along the weird pattern and follow it.
Everyone make a deck saving throw. None of you have taken this may be a TPK.
I was just gonna say I'm stepping back and somebody's gonna touch this.
Nice.
No, I want to step away.
Don't touch things. At least it wasn't me this time.
Is any of you wearing armor? Like metal armor?
I'm a metal man.
Yeah,
I made a bad save.
what?
I'm wearing, I believe, scale armor.
No, I have chain.
I'm wearing a
That's
chain
right.
shirt.
Wait, is everybody wearing metal armor except for Starts?
I think so.
Oh,
Well, Starts, it doesn't matter. DT
She was in
doesn't
front of
matter.
the door. Like, she was the
Ivy and
one
Buck, I need
touching
a
it. That
second
is
roll for you because you're rolling with
absolutely
disadvantage.
perfect, actually.
For another Dex one?
Yeah.
Wait,
Dex
scale doesn't
with
count.
you want me to saving throw with disadvantage? Sorry?
I
So
just
do
need you to
one-
roll another D20 plus 3 because you already rolled one. And let me look at what everybody's wearing, see what's considered metal armor.
I'm just in clothes, so.
Yeah, you're fine.
Well,
No,
critical
I
fail
got
on the saving throw 5.
Yeah, I got a 1, so.
Well, okay, so you
there-
would have been fine. How about that?
Are there critical fails on saving throws? Or is it just a fail? Because there's no, like...
Yeah, so scale and chain are both
Crits.
metal. So is that everybody but Starts with metal armor on?
You know, this whole time, literally my entire life, I assumed that scale mail was made out of the scales of some kind of monster and not just...
No, it's
like
metal
scales.
overlapping itself.
I know, but it's always with leather and like
Yeah.
padded leather and then scale. And for some reason, I always thought like big lizard dragon scales or something, but
So
just metal that looks like it.
all
and
of you
fish.
failed, right?
In this new world you've created where we all have metal armor, yes.
Well,
You didn't.
not
you didn't
all
go
of you
looking.
have metal armor.
If you hadn't looked, it would have been fine, and the monster scales would have saved Brady.
So I'm making this roll public. Buck, you have full health right now, by the way, when you came back.
Oh, great.
Like, that's probably important because this happens. So you all take 25 damage.
Unless we didn't update. No, shit. Now I will. Did I take any
survived.
damage in the guard fight?
I did, and now I'm down to 4 health.
I have 6.
So maybe let's all just retreat back and cuddle our horse and take a nice
DT
long rest.
DT or Pipe, you got your
Yeah.
health back when you came back. And then
That's
you didn't
right,
take any
'cause I-
damage after that. Yeah.
I didn't make it through that fight either. Okay.
Starts,
now
you
I'm
still took 25 damage because you rolled a 1.
Yes, I'm at 6. No.
Okay, it didn't update
Yeah,
your
6.
character.
Oh, you got
Oh,
good
'cause I
con,
did it in
right?
the other one.
Fear Bowl.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's supposed to attach, but they changed some stuff, so everything's broken again.
Many hit points. Okay, so we're all... What actually happened?
Yeah, so I'll narrate what just happened. Sorry, I probably should have done that before I hurt you
Well,
all.
now that we know we're alive.
So- So as you touch, as her fingers touch, lightning envelops the tower and hits all of you, and is continuing to hit the tower. So you might want to move.
If we can, if we're not
Run away.
muscle locked from lightning.
I need a nap. Wait, can we nap in the wagon?
Yeah,
Not the wagon, the one we came in.
As if my circuits weren't scrambled enough.
that didn't fix. She just kind of waves her hand at him. This.
Look, I'm going through some things. I'd rather you not call me Dr. Toilet anymore either. It's Lance Corporal, if you please. And I think we should probably figure out why we all just got struck by lightning. What? It's maybe made me more aggressive to be struck by lightning.
Her mouth just kind of opens a few times.
Look, the amount of things I don't understand about what's going on right now would fill several books, so don't stand there gulping at me and try and help me figure it out. Obviously, we can't.
Corporal toilet then, or
Let's just leave the toilet out, if you don't mind. You know damn well my name's a bunch of letters and numbers, and nobody will remember it anyway, so Lance Corporal's fine.
LC it is.
Fair enough. Now, does anyone remember if he told us a way to get into this tower without getting killed?
Starts. Did you move away from the tower?
Oh yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
I was looking at a different window.
Just wanted to make sure because I was gonna roll again.
There's a cloud of ball lightning.
So the lightning is still happening around the tower as you guys have stepped away.
Cloud of balls.
So, what's going on? What are you doing? Are you gonna try and take a rest in the wagon that you came with?
Go back
Think-
out onto the road.
That's the best bet at this point.
Yeah, I mean, far from the lightning, but safely off the road.
On the property.
Is there a safe place to camp?
I mean, you could camp just off to the side of the dirt road that you rolled up on.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think the plan was that we were going to do that and then really figure out what to do tomorrow, but then
Then,
Someone got
somebody says,
touchy.
go to my house. You just expect to be able to knock on the door and not have it blow you the fuck up. I told you this guy was a dick.
plus it definitely looked like a pattern you could trace, but maybe it was hand gestures. I did say it looked like someone doing a little dance. Maybe you have to stand in front of the door and mimic the gestures in a certain in the line. You can't see it, but I'm waving my hands. I don't have the picture anymore, but it looked like little hand.
Oh, I
movements.
can throw it up again.
Okay. Well, for now, I think we're gonna.
Yeah, I
Gonna
think it
pitch.
is
We're gonna
long
camp.
rest time overnight.
Okay.
The
As you guys are
soothing sound
settling
of the
in, the lightning goes away after a time. Doesn't seem to have to do with how far away you are. It seems like it just took a certain amount of time and then it just stopped.
When it stops, can I throw a rock at the door?
I'm gonna step away from her when she picks up a rock and looks like she's gonna heave it. I'm just gonna step well back from her specifically.
Give me an attack roll to see if you actually hit the door with it.
Okay, what's my friggin'...
Oh my god! Sorry, we watched Knives Out the other night. Has everyone seen that?
what's my
Yes.
honor?
Yeah, just do a d20 roll. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
There's just a little part where the guy is in the study holding a baseball and he gets super mad and he winds way back and it cuts to outside and it just thwomps the grass. He threw it as hard as he could and it went 2 feet. And I just lost my shit. And I was imagining that with Star's I'm gonna trigger this trap again. Just whomp.
Exactly.
But no, sounds like you just
That's
fucking
pretty much it.
you just wind up and pitch it. 15 against a standing target.
Well, and
is
I've got
probably
a
hit.
plus
Yeah,
2.
so the rock hits the door and then just lands.
Broadside of the barn.
It doesn't do anything.
Huh.
Seems like it only hates people. Fine with rocks. Call one of my troll buddies.
You have what?
They're made of rocks, see? You never met a troll?
Okay.
I don't know if they are made of rocks in 5e in D&D or not. If they're just
I
big
think it is
monsters.
just long rest
Are you
time at
thinking
this
of a
point.
golem?
Well, that would make more sense because they're literally living stone.
All right, long rest.
Okay. Oh. I need a... What was the roll? Hold on. Fuck, give me a second. I need a wisdom saving throw.
From everybody?
No, just from Buck.
Oh.
You're taking a long rest. He needs to roll. Bringer. All right. You get your long rest.
Click the long rest button. Is new day? Yes.
As soon as I update this calendar that nobody can see and only I can see and I'm tracking stuff on, yes.
Damn it, do we have a fucking timeline that we should be adhering to?
There's a timeline that events are happening in the
background.
Barovia,
Yeah.
but not necessarily that you need to stick with. So think about, like,
He's got a deadline.
it has now been 3 days since you arrived in Vallaki, so today would be the day of the stupid thing.
The Sunfire.
The sun
Festival
thing.
or whatever.
And I need to keep track of that because
I
events
gotcha.
things that you did are going to affect that.
Yeah.
And
if
I have to
we happen
deal
go
with all...
back,
That's how we do this game. I mean, you don't remember what happened in the death house. Like
I remember.
all that shit that we did. There were people. I mean, we killed a thing with a door, a ghoul.
True.
That's how we do.
But I think it's important for you to know Strahd is active while you are doing things. Other people are
Yeah.
doing things while you are doing things. Like there are some stuff that I play with just because I don't want you to miss it. Because that's just how the campaign is written in general. But once you kick stuff off, it's basically Majora's Mask, but you can't reset time. So, like, yeah,
Nice.
one day you might go back to Vallaki. That'll be interesting.
Consequences.
Who knew our actions would have consequences?
Oh, so
Worse.
Like I said, we're
my-
gonna have a really fun like post-game session where I'm like, well, because you did this happened, but etc.
that's all I want from my IRL death is to get to see the stat screen when I'm be like, here's what would have happened differently if you'd gone this way, because I know it bothered you. Here's how many times you did these things. Like,
Well, Vallaki is gonna be my favorite, but so far.
So,
So
Have
there-
I-
so
okay,
you
set my
guys, are you
systems?
going back to the tower? What are you doing?
oh, is my strange affectation worn off?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think I gave you a time. I think it was just an
Yeah.
hour. Yep.
And I could have just sat it out, but that was no fun role playing. Because it could have been like, well, the next hour in the cart, I just am quiet.
I was like, someone call him his name. Damn it. Do it.
Well, and that was my interpretation of that note, because
Yeah, no,
it was
absolutely.
a lot of different things. Okay.
Yep.
And I would tell people that, like, I felt a strange compulsion. I've been doing some thinking, and I guess I sort of thought myself into a new character? I don't know. Look, things get screwed up a bit when you die, I think. It's the first time it's happened to me. And I know I was struck by lightning after, but I'm still a little shaken up. So
I
my
would
apologies
say
if
at this
don't have
point,
all the answers.
you would be aware that there's clearly something wrong with the magic that powers you. There's something
Yeah.
wrong.
I feel like when I came back, it was I didn't restart in safe mode. I just went right to desktop. Just hit the ground running, and I think hopefully it'll wear off. with
You've got a
some-
RAM leak. It's just a mess.
Yeah, and I'm you can tell because I'm stammering and spinning out and not knowing what I'm saying, but that's me IRL. No,
So,
but yeah, it's something I came back a little off, and I would like to address it, but don't know how. And I worry that Buck is probably feeling the same way, but organic.
I came back with no eyes. It's fine.
And wings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
weird stuff is happening. Strange things
Meanwhile,
are afoot
Starts
at the
is
Wizard
fine.
Tower.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, not
Let's
fine.
kill her and see what happens.
Not fine, but fine.
I like in this world, we can also, everybody agrees that you can get struck by lightning and be like, wow, that sucked. Let's go to bed. And then you wake up completely fine.
Yes.
Just has to work for game
So-
Open
reasons.
it off.
Walk it off, pal.
Yeah, so what
It's
are you
just
doing?
lightning.
Are you going to attempt to figure out the door? Are you
Let's
going to...
walk around the tower. Have we done that yet?
Okay.
I'm going to walk around and take a look. I
Okay.
see some scaffolding.
Is that as far
This
as it
has
lets
been-
you go?
No, I have to zoom out and move my...
Because all you're going to see is just, you don't need to walk around. You see the scaffolding. That's it.
And there's scaffolding.
And there's
I am.
scaffolding. It's just a round tower. And then there's
Does the
the thing
scaffolding-
above it is the next floor. So
Does it lead to an opening? If I were to... Can I see that from, like, taking a step back? Is the scaffolding, like, was he repointing the brick or what?
let me actually read, because you walked around there. Rotting wooden beams support the scaffolding, which groans and creaks with the slightest breeze. A series of ladders and platforms lead to a hole in the northwest wall on the 3rd floor.
I know a lot of things, and one of them is that this will not support my weight. I don't know if it would support any of our weight.
Roll something? I don't know what you would roll for that.
Perception?
Yeah.
Insight or investigation? Insight is
Let's do
my best
investigation.
score, but
I think investigation.
that's a minus one. Taking a peek.
Yeah. Okay. So I think let's put this
I've had to
into
make a lot of estimates of what could hold my weight and what couldn't, so I'm pretty good at eyeballing structures.
well, and you did work.
Yeah, I was
in stuff in the
yeah.
military. So I think
dug
you
latrines.
you can generally you can look at this and guess that how much do you weigh? Like you could definitely say buck 100% would be fine.
Okay, I think I am
and-
medium sized, but I don't remember if they talk about being like.
It
Heavy.
really you just write it down, but I think as a robot
think you're
you
beef,
probably
man.
weigh too much.
Yeah, that would be my.
I think it will support at least Ivy and Buck. Not together.
You want me to go up there, don't you?
But Ivy or Buck would be fine. I would not send them both at the same time. The note for this is called rickety scaffolding. I just now realized that.
Oh, Google tells us that everyone's dumb.
I could
The-
probably go after that.
Well, no, you just came back. I should go.
Well,
I'm
what if
I'm
we-
athletic enough to get up there and jump around anyway.
Warforged says they weigh humanoid.
what
6 foot to 6'6", roughly 270 to 300 pounds.
what
Yeah,
if
no.
we
You should not go up there.
Adult human size. Yeah, no thanks.
what if we open the wagon?
It
I'd
is
like to do
locked.
that.
You seem like you really want to know what's in the wagon.
I also
I-
want to know what's in the wagon.
Well, what are locks
I-
to adventurers but
I
suggestions?
I wonder if that door's not the real door.
Oh, you think there's magic bullshit afoot?
Yes, because that guy's a dick.
I mean,
They can try to pick the lock.
An interesting
the
hypothesis
wagon.
based in sound fact.
do
He
any
is
of you have
he
detect
is
magic?
indeed a
Because
dick.
you can absolutely cast that if you have it.
I know I'm looking,
But I think you
didn't.
could also say magical bullshit, the lightning.
Well, yeah.
The fact that
question
blind
is-
sight can't see through the door. Like, there's also those two things.
Question is, can we,
Where
Open
are my
it.
spells on this?
or is
The-
it
the
just
door-
a trap?
Which door? What do we do? Like, there's two
Sorry, no,
doors
I was-
that you're dealing with right now.
I was asking a
Wagon.
rhetorical question of.
I
can
do
we
I
open
actually
I can
have-
see
main
I
door?
can see I can see into the wagon and it seems safe enough. There might be something useful in there. And
I
among
do
us we
have
have
detect
thieves'
magic.
tools.
I
Well,
do not condone breaking and entering.
It's just going in. He said we could be here.
Just
So is it
open.
really breaking and entering?
Well, you'll have to break the lock to enter the wagon. So yes, but I don't think he'll mind. I'm standing back for safety's
breaking the
sake.
lock. It's still lockable once we're done. I pull out my lock mix.
Okay. Yeah. If you can pick
Glad to
it.
see someone's feeling better.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna detect magic on the wagon.
Okay, hold on.
You sort of detect magic in general, don't you?
What?
I thought detect magic is like you get a sense and then things around you glow magically when you look at them or whatever.
Yeah, you get an
know.
aura, or an aura around the thing. So you're casting detect magic.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're looking at the wagon. So off the wagon, you get a aura of conjuration magic.
Huh.
From the tower door, you get a type of magic. I need to look at what it is. Give me a second.
It's
You're
tall
actually
magic.
Asshole magic. The
I
asshole
need to make sure
school.
where you are. Yeah,
Magic.
you're good. Okay.
He went to asshole school.
You're so
For 7
radiating from the tower. You're getting multiple kinds of magic.
Okay.
I'd say there's too much to really tell what's what. It's kind of a blur of color.
Okay, but specifically on the wagon.
But the wagon is
conjuration.
very specifically conjuration magic.
Huh. I don't know if this is real.
The whole wagon?
This. And just kind of big hands around the wagon.
Well, I see through illusion. Do I still see through illusions? I don't know.
It's not illusory, it's conjuration.
Right.
Someone conjured
if
a
it-
wagon.
If
No, I
it's
don't-
conjured, it doesn't matter what we do to it. So let's go smash it up or something.
I would argue after being struck by lightning, I don't want to touch anything exuding an aura of powerful magic right now.
Also, everybody please make sure to stand where you're standing because there's like 8 things going on right now, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to keep track.
I have stood back because I was very upset by being struck by lightning.
Yeah, open it.
Like that song from the Blade soundtrack.
Would we know that it struck us because we were wearing metal armor? Because Starts failed her check? Like, would we recognize that?
I think you would recognize it has nothing to do with metal armor because it hit all of you.
Okay.
A curtain of lightning fell around the tower.
Yeah, the entire circumference of the tower was surrounded by lightning. Anything that
all
was up
had-
against the tower was going to get hit.
And you guys
okay.
rolled it.
You guys just rolled at
because you had metal
disadvantage
armor.
because you were wearing metal. Yeah.
And I didn't roll
gotcha.
twice because I had already failed.
Yeah, I was like, there's no point because you already failed. So,
I
Buck,
see.
are you going to try and pick this lock?
Yeah, I think I will go ahead and do that, I suppose.
Give me a Thief's Tools roll, which I think is Dex, and if you're proficient, add your proficiency bonus.
We all breathe out that it's not a acrobatics check.
No, that's me.
It's the fucking wagon opens its mouth and eats your bones.
God damn.
Wow.
Jesus.
I imagine this like, don't worry, I've got this, and it just immediately snaps off. It's like, well, shit, now we can't even get the key in there.
I would say that I'm not going to break your Thief's Tools.
No, but the
Well, you go ahead, because I can make tools whenever I want.
And I've got a spare set, I think.
I've got the right tools for the job.
Let's
Yeah, I
just
have a
say
spare
you fail this really bad. Nothing really negative happens, but if you want to narrate how bad you fuck this up, go ahead.
like picking a lock, you just
I mean, you
It
did
would
just
just
come
keep-
back
it
from
just
life.
keeps-
So
it would just
I
go on
kinda
for an
step up.
insane
I
amount of time.
step up to the lock, seemingly quite confident. Pull my thieves' tools, and suddenly there's like a strange tremble in my hand as I go to put them in the lock and start fiddling around. And as I'm doing that, I just get more and more kind of like freaked out, and basically just like pull the thieves' tools out, take a good like 4 steps back away from the thing, and go, nope, that's it, no, somebody else do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not dying again. I'm not dying to a fucking door.
You just got the yips a
Ooh.
little bit.
Very
It's
well.
okay. Hey, it's okay,
I'll-
buddy.
I'll
We've
try.
almost all of us have died here.
Okay.
We know you come back a little shaky.
I'm not dying to a fucking door, man. Not again.
I get it. I touched a broom and it almost killed us all, for all we know. We slammed the door and ran away. It was going to kill us all.
Yeah, man, that
It is never
like
clean.
that kind of like pulls Buck out of whatever like little freak out he was having. He's like, yeah, that broom was messed the fuck. Like, who would have a
The
broom like
broom.
that in their house? Like,
the whole
if I
death.
had a mansion, wait, don't we have a mansion? Isn't that our mansion now? I would not have a murderous broom in our mansion.
Yeah, you do have the
pull out
deed to the mansion too. Yeah.
And I'm like, we do have these two documents. We own a mansion and a windmill. We
Well,
thought about burying you at the windmill if they couldn't help when you were dead.
Ivy, you can roll whenever. It's a Dex plus proficiency if you're proficient with these tools.
I am not.
Okay, so just a Dex check.
Oh, crap, damn it.
It is just a simple padlock, so you actually open it with that. It had a very low DC.
It's a miracle.
Not a one DC, but it did have a low DC.
It had a DC.
If it makes you feel better, it was 5, Bringer. 5 was the DC that you could not hit with your bonus of 2.
We needed to get through this gas station padlock that he put.
So the padlock comes off.
All right,
I'm
I
just-
will
I'll just
open
like a little tool through the latch, like flick it open.
the door.
Okay, I
We're
need
still-
both of you near the wagon to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Yep. We were standing back shooting the breeze over here because we know we're not dying in no fucking door.
I'm pretty sure you guys are far enough away. Yeah, you're good. All right, Ivy succeeded. Starts, I need you to roll 2.
Be looking in the wagon. What's in that
I should
wagon?
take a picture at some point and show you guys. She's on this tiny little Asus Chromebook that I have, and all the windows are very hard to navigate. And we're waiting for our fucking financial shift to come in, and then we're gonna get a good iPad or a MacBook.
Okay,
or
so
something.
you're both successful, but this is what happens. As you open the door, a flask that was hanging from inside the wagon ceiling falls. It was full of alchemist fire. The flask falls and explodes, igniting 100 more flasks of alchemist fire that dangle from wires like ornaments along the wagon's interior walls. Take half of what I'm about to roll.
Damn it.
Bringer, Pipe, you're
Are we
gonna
okay?
find this hilarious.
Oh boy, that's a lot of these. Oh no.
So you each take 22 damage.
Could have been a TPK wagon if we hadn't napped next to it first. Jesus. 22, at least it's not all. Man, we could have used hundreds of bottles of alchemist fire if we'd opened it safely.
I did it as safely as I could.
Yeah, there's no real good way to do this.
As you
Maintain
open
some-
it, you could hear a trigger mechanism fire as you open the door.
So
So.
they both get a chance to jump back.
Well, hang on. There was something about my fire.
You're quiet again. I think you're muted.
Hang on, I'm double checking my fire stuff because I remember.
Something fire related.
Yeah, I took the magic initiate thing a while back. So what does that do to my fire? Oh no, that's just my fire damage. Never mind. Okay, no. I'm
Nothing
good.
about saves V fire or anything.
No, it's my elemental adept fire. So spells I cast ignore resistance to fire, and when I roll damage for a spell that deals fire damage, my ones are actually 2s. So
Red
I
doesn't-
still get fucking wrecked by it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the wagon very quickly kind of just burns down to nothing.
Well,
And
I'm
if for some
stepping
reason
back.
Mediator listens to this, there were spell books in there.
Crap,
They had-
damn it.
Drawings of Mediator and drawings of crude middle fingers scattered all over the way.
I'm sorry, no, spell scrolls, but still.
Oh,
Oh,
there
there-
were
But was there a
salvageable spell
brazier?
scrolls if we
There
could
was
have gotten in
salvageable,
safely?
there was a lot of stuff in that wagon
Well,
that
so how
just
do you
burnt
get in
down.
safely besides trying to open it safely as a sneaky thief?
There's like detect traps. You could have looked for traps. There's a lot of things you could have done instead of just opening the door.
We gotta be more
Gotta be more
specific.
trap
Like
aware.
if you pick a padlock on a really fancy wagon and the padlock isn't that hard to pick,
Yeah.
maybe red flag.
Well, I guess that's
Fair
we
enough.
need to be more explicit about, I proceed carefully checking for traps as blah blah blah, like not just I open a door
Yep.
or I touch a door.
I touch the clearly magical door.
But I probably would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
So
It
so
looked like
now
a
you
face
have
of a
Assumed it
Sorry.
was like a missed puzzle and we were
There
gonna
was a
drag our finger.
knocker on
Yeah.
the door.
there's no knocker on the there is a knocker on the door. Never mind, I lied. There is also a giant rune thing on the door. Okay, so you have
So
a
if you touch the knocker, would it blast you anyway? Like it's
I don't know.
touching...
Well, you're welcome to try it because
Too
there's
close
the
to the
door
circle.
again. I'm gonna
Too
keep
close.
showing this to you until you understand it or you give up. But remember, there is an item in here that you want.
All right, I am going to face the door and make the arm gestures that the stick figure is making.
Could we get some heals? Anyone? We just lost half our health. Hello?
I
Before the
suppose
next
before
the next fuckery
before we
occurs.
proceed. Shit, I wish I had good berries. No, I've got the healing kit and the healing feature, which lets me do that. Where is it? Since we're not in combat,
What's my
maybe not using
healing word?
spells. Healer, when use a healing kit to tend to a creature, 1d6 plus 4 plus hit points equal to your maximum hit dice. So what would that be right now? Where do you find your hit dice? I forget. Bean.
It should be. I mean, it's your level.
Okay, are we all level 4?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can heal 1d6 plus 8 with a healer's kit. No, not 2d6. Just a little built-in mouse on my little keypad is finicky. Yeah. Okay, so 10. And I think, let me double check that. Creature can't gain hit points from this feat until it finishes a long rest. So you guys, so I can do it to everybody who needs it, but only once for a long rest, and then we'll see if we still need spells. So 10 for Ivy, and then
And you do that from where you are right now, right?
I invite them to come over and get healed. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, let's.
10 for me.
That is actually 13 because it's plus 8. So, oh yeah, sorry, 10 for whoever was actually standing there first. I guess
Me.
starts was
Oh,
that
yeah.
you?
I was further away.
Okay, so yeah, Ivy got the first one at 10, and then Starts gets the other one at 13. And that probably takes a couple minutes, if it matters. And then, do you feel like you're good to go on, or would you like a healing spell as well? Because I just got them all back. Wish I had Goodberry. Goodberry's fucking broken.
Goodberry is
Mediator.
broken. Do you listen to
Mediator-
Nerd Poker at all?
I'm sure
Goodberry is
Mediator-
fucking broken.
Oh no, I watched. There's a couple of YouTube guys that I watched, and then I realized I might get spoilers because they
Well,
randomly
Nerd
talk
Poker is their own thing. It's just one of them has good berries and
about.
like constantly keeps everybody up.
Well, yeah, and that's Mediator was like, "Hey, just a thought, Goodberry," and I'm like, "Yeah, I was thinking about Goodberry, dude."
Yeah,
Trust
he's
me."
letting all of you power level, and he freaking is questioning my dip into fighter so I can have ridiculous hits with my dual weapons.
Hey, dual weapons are where it's
Oh,
at.
can you?
That's
can
right,
you
he might
small
listen. We can't
Bitches.
character
medic-
sheet me
What's that?
the small character sheet because I was trying to look for something
Oh, do you have to set
so
it?
I can figure out my role for healing word. That's 1d4 plus 4.
Bird,
I've got
bird.
Mine is 1d4 plus 3, but it's the plus 3 my wisdom modifier.
I think so.
Do you have plus 4?
Yeah.
So yes. I think.
Yeah.
1d4 plus your
4.
spellcasting modifier at level 1.
So
You're gonna give yourself a heal.
no,
You heal Ivy, I'll heal you.
pretty much.
It's like a Mexican standoff,
Actually, you
but
know
with
what?
healing
I'll
spells.
trade you.
Wait,
I'll
do you-
trade you. I can do a thing. What can I
I've
do?
got Cure Wounds, which is way better than Healing Word.
Well, I don't have that.
It's touch, though, so it sucks to do in battle. But
Yeah.
Healing Word is good for that. Let's go.
So that's a 5.
5 for me.
Yes.
Okay. I can do healing hands on you and restore 4.
Okay.
It's just 4. I don't have to roll for it. So 5 for me. So I'm back to 33.
That works.
And I will do
I am 26.
thing.
You're-
which
I wish
do-
there's AoE healing.
Yeah.
Put out a healing node.
There is AoE healings, you're just not high enough level.
A healing well.
I mean, kinda.
Okay, are we all good so you can do the fucking
Do you want to see
Fortnite
the
dance
thing
on the
again?
door? Yes.
Alright, there's the thing.
Do the Fortnite
So I am
dance.
going to stand at the, probably about 15 feet, I would say. A good distance back where I can still see the stick figures. And I will start with the top left, the southwest, or the northwest guy with his hands up,
Okay.
with both hands up, and then make the gestures following the line, assuming that I started at an open end, following it
Okay.
around until I get to the other open end.
Okay. Nothing happens. Move your
Okay, but I-
character also where you
but
need
I
to be.
Well, I was behind the picture. That was. If I tab over, can I come back to that?
Well, just tell me where you are. I'll just move your character.
Oh,
You said
no,
you're 15 feet away?
Yeah, I was. Whoa!
That was
I
because I was
started
holding your
moving it.
character. So nothing happens.
So where's this? Like there. 15. Okay. I tried in the opposite direction.
Nothing happens.
All right. And is there a leg component? I need to look at it. Do I have to move my legs up and down? Am I doing like some jumping jacks and arm spins? So I basically sit there and make an ass of myself doing all of those permutations, trying to mimic the stick figure in various configurations.
Nothing happens.
All right.
While he's been doing that, I've been using my tinkering skills to build a little clockwork contraption.
Okay.
Something you can send in through the hole in the wall, maybe?
So basically, it tumbles forward. I kind of interrupt DT in the middle of his weird dance, and after he's been going for a while.
What do you think? Do you
release
think
this
I'm?
whole-
You think I'm getting in? I'm getting anywhere?
I think you need. I don't know if you've started it. And so I send the little clockwork forward, and it kind of trundles forward, hits the door, or it hits the door that triggers a little counterweight, which raises an arm up, catches the knocker, raises that out, and when that gets too heavy, the arm that's raised, it kind of collapses, dropping the knocker into the door.
Does your tinker thing count as a creature?
It's mechanical, so
It
No,
creates
that was
a
the other
tiny
thing.
clockwork. I clicked what it does, and it should be in the chat right now.
All right, let's see.
It is a device. I think, didn't you used to have a subclass that let you have a mechanical familiar? That would have been
He's
much
got a
more
mechanical
intricate.
familiar, unless he lost it when he changed
I
subclass.
do have a familiar still because I took Magic Initiate as my starting feed.
Yeah, I don't think this counts as a creature, and nothing happens.
Even though it knocked on the knocker.
Yeah. A
Well-
person paying attention who kind of wants to metagame a little bit would realize my asking a creature says exactly what triggers it.
I mean, I think we
Yeah.
would piece
I
that
think you
together
probably
by
already
now,
knew
too.
that, though.
Rocks and devices. even
DT,
moving
give me
the
an
knock-
insight check, so we're not here all
Oh.
day.
Okay. I was gonna suggest asking Buck to send his familiar through the hole in the wall if he has a familiar, but
Well, never mind. We are going to be here all day. Carry on.
No. So I do have my little squirrel
I
familiar.
think real hard.
So I do have my little squirrel familiar, and after my clockwork doesn't trigger it, I'll see whether I'll release my familiar to see what it can do. Either it'll have a different effect, or it can make it further than the clockwork can. But either way, I'll know more than that. So.
So you're sending your familiar to touch the door?
No, I'm gonna send my familiar up around the scaffolding.
Oh, into the hole.
Yeah.
All right. How does your familiar work?
Roll. It is just a.
He took magic initiate, so he has a regular squirrel now, not the clockwork tinker
Okay.
familiar of his previous subclass.
But I
Right.
mean, how does it, like, I don't know how that works. Like, can you see through it? Is there anything special, or is
Yeah,
it just your
Let
familiar?
me find where that is.
Like Adam's eyeball back in the other one.
Yeah,
all that
so it's a familiar. It's going to take the form of basically a mechanical squirrel because I still think that's cool. And then that's independent of me.
Yeah, you can see through its eyes. Okay.
I can see through its eyes and all that jazz.
All right. So
Communicate a little telepathically.
So it climbs through the hole in the wall with oh god, familiar's a spell, right?
Yes.
One sec.
I mean, it's when it dies, it leaves behind no physical form, so it's a being of pure magic.
Right, that's what I thought. One sec. I
It is
can't
a
tell you how many
spirit.
pages I have open right now. I'm trying to juggle, and occasionally I close one on accident.
That's Barovia, baby.
Okay. Where's this stupid thing?
Didn't he tell us it was full of booby traps?
You guys didn't talk to him that much. You like
Yeah,
ran
but
off.
if
did
I
some
said
bullshit.
go to my house and feed my cats,
He
I
didn't.
would probably say, by
You
the
said you
way-
were looking for a thing, and he said, "Hey, that might be my tower." And he told you where it was. That's like all that happened.
Wow.
All right, this is what I
I
need.
do
I
have
need
a
to know what
series
this
of Home
is.
Alone traps in case any of you are ever here to feed my cats. They range in lethality from semi
The cats are
to
enough to keep me away.
full. They're good cuties.
I'm allergic.
There's a lot of fur. They are both very fluffy.
Okay, so as the squirrel runs within 10 feet of the tower, it poofs out of existence.
Is there a big bug zapper noise?
Um,
Or does it just disappear?
Can I tell if my familiar has been banished to its little pocket dimension, or if it has been otherwise dismissed?
it just fizzled.
It de-res. Shit.
So the
do you
spell
think?
fizzled, basically. It didn't get like banished, it just fizzled out.
This is weird.
Counter magic?
and
or
a couple of
anti-magic?
seconds later, it comes like it reappears as if it like disappeared as it walked through and then came back. Like it turned around and came back. Even though that doesn't make a lot of sense, that's how this thing works. So it wasn't functional in there. It was basically kind of following your instructions. It went in to do the thing and then came back. But it didn't do the thing. It just immediately turned around and came back into existence as it walked out. Because it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't banished. Your magic just stopped working within 10 feet.
Okay.
Don't know if I like this tower.
I would love to, as a being of magical energy myself, I would love to not be within 10 feet of that tower until we get this resolved.
You've been within 10 feet and it didn't do
Oh.
anything to you.
Okay.
Your stuff's a little different
Well,
as far as D&D
I
goes.
still got electrocuted.
Otherwise, it would be very easy to take you out in D&D.
Well, yeah, if I was
So-
an actual robot that was like extra
Mhm.
affected by lightning or
Or magic.
shorting out.
Like
Yeah.
like if someone could
Or
put
if
dispel magic
anti-magic-
on you and you just stop
Yeah.
working.
Yeah, it's just the fucking killing curse.
Yeah.
Vanilla.
Just
So
lights out.
with all of this
Yes.
happening, DT, you think a little bit harder than you thought the first time, which you already rolled for.
Some cog that
You-
was shorted out
you're-
by lightning kicks
you're-
back on.
You're
Like,
standing
oh,
there
hey.
rubbing your metal chin going, and you think, I'm pretty sure I got that figured out. Maybe it's because I'm doing it too far away from the door.
I guess. So it's more of a grudging, like, I guess I can try closer. All right, so I stand. Is this like an actual, like a veranda, like a concrete step up?
No, you're fine right there. You're still on the ground.
Okay. Well, and that's what I wasn't sure if
Yeah.
I needed to step on the plinth to do it, but I'll try it from here first. Trying the open line to open end pattern.
Okay. Hey, guess what, guys? The door
Did that-
creaks open.
Actually, I did my robot dance.
The
It
very
actually
first thing
helped.
you fucking said was the solution to this dumb puzzle. The first thing said about it before anything was touched.
Like, hey, it looks like little guys doing little arm moves.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah.
And this is why it's good I don't broadcast my video.
Okay, but then the next time we approached the door or interacted with it, we all got blown up. So It
You
made it
didn't
a
approach
little-
this door and get blown up. You set
Well-
off a fireball in a wagon.
Well,
Not the
okay.
same thing.
no, this door we got electrocuted. We didn't get
I
blown up.
mean-
technically.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But yeah, I was a little gun shy after that.
Oh my god, I got so many fucking things open here. Hold on.
All right. Well,
Okay, so the door
not actually open.
the door opens, it's on rusty hinges.
Does it
Beyond the
not
door
open very far or all
beyond
the,
the
way?
door. No, it swings wide open. Beyond the
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I probably should open it. Wait, nope.
I just
wrong
wasn't
button.
sure if there was
There
more
we go.
like we have to get a stick and push it open to be careful.
All right. So beyond the door is a
Wait.
5-foot square vestibule with a tattered curtain that conceals
What can I sense?
an area.
Now that the door is open and I'm right here, before we go in, before we look at anything, before we touch anything, I can sense 60 feet.
Yep.
What do I sense?
So since
There's a
now that
tapestry.
the magic is dispelled, at least for this moment, you can sense nobody inside. There are 4 statues in there, kind of in a circle. I mean, they're 4, so a square. You could probably, let's see, you can see there's a 5-foot square indentation in the center of the floor. There are chains going into it, and the statues are at each corner. There's some crates and some other garbage, like broken wood and stuff on the ground.
All right,
like a
so
classic Tomb
I'm
Raider
gonna
puzzle.
tell you everything that he just said, describing the room before we go in. So going very carefully.
Buck, do you want to roll that
Carefully,
contraption
you
in there
lot.
first and see if it picks up any tripwires or mundane traps? The start still has a. Oh wait, no. Do you still have detect magic going?
No.
You got blown up. That probably breaks your
A
concentration.
little bit.
Could do it again. Or maybe the
I only
whole
get
tower's
one.
just going to be magic. Oh, that's right, because it's an innate ability. It's not
Yeah,
a spell.
that's
Okay.
fearbold.
Yeah, I guess technically I didn't have you do a con save on that.
To see,
I
if you've
had. I mean,
lost
it was a
concentration.
con save, but if you want to roll a con save for your failed con save, go ahead. That will say if your detect magic is still up.
Mm.
I guess, yeah, since it's an innate ability,
Yeah.
con would be like, did you get your bell rung hard enough to
Yep.
to lose focus?
I
on
mean, I would
magic?
say probably, but there is a roll for this. I mean, don't just
Oh,
put
that's
the number
not
2
the
down.
Right button.
Have
You
more
did a-
faith in
You
yourself.
did a 2. No, it has to be like, how does that even happen? Because it's not just saying it.
So I hit the con button, and it
No,
What is my
I
con?
thought-
Hold on.
I will
18.
make this happen.
Hey, it's still up.
I don't know how I
Okay.
did it.
Is there anything fucky in here?
When you are you peeking around the corner into the door?
I'm gonna tiptoe.
We're
up
all
Oh,
occupying
what
the
would this
same
be?
square right now, which is not
like here.
legit. So I was in front, the door swung open. I probably stood to the side feeling like I'd done my part of testing these waters for the moment, and someone else can be next.
So is the curtain still pulled shut, or have you walked in at all?
Yes.
Okay,
No,
so
the
you
curtain is
sense
still shut.
you sense magic in the next room. It is isolated in 4 areas, but you can't see what that is.
Well, since I told you it was
Okay.
all the statues, it's probably in the statues.
Yeah.
And I literally have no idea what magic school this would be. I would say
Asshole
that
magic.
that you don't. Whatever school of magic it is, you don't feel like it's evil or damaging. It's not like a damaging spell. It's just a spell.
Okay.
Literally have no idea what it would be. It's not illusory, not conjuration.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna peel back the curtain.
So you,
Okay, so you see the golems in the circle, the square, the square in the middle. There are chains
all-
going to each of the golem from the square, like they're going up to the golem. And the golems are slightly glowing with magic.
so
Golems.
what differentiates these golems from statues in our uncultured view? Like, do we know that they're just man-shaped statues with chains coming off them?
Okay, it's elemental
we're all-
magic.
we're
Good
all
duh, because they're
filtering into
golems.
the-
I'm an idiot. So that's what is coming off of these. They're elemental things. I would need an Arcana check if you want to know about golems.
Yeah, let me see. That's the kind of thing that would be like, oh, I can tell it's a golem. Or I've seen one in my time. You can tell from the pictures. Where's the button for that?
With a
Arcana
+6, Jesus
We're on a
Christ.
+6.
I mean,
Looks like a mudman to me. Yep, classic rock, dude.
I'm gonna kind of kick one of these crates towards the middle of the square.
it just crumbles from age. There's not really anything in it.
I think that's what we used to call him, a ye old dirt boy. Like, everybody just has their own thing that they have no idea what it is.
So the little squares inside the square, that's like where the golems are chained to?
Yeah, so that would be the hooks. And they're pretty
how-
much they're holding the chain
Ah, okay.
as if they were like ready to pull it.
Okay.
Are there any stairs
How
up
the
to the
fuck
higher
does this even
floors?
work? There are not. Give me an insight check.
Something you've
I'm
heard
gonna
of.
reread this.
The strange magical
Oh,
device.
there are pulleys going through to the so there's a chain coming from the hooks up into a pulley system back down to the golems, and they're holding it.
Ah.
And with an insight
Insight
check,
tell
I
us,
think you can
yes.
pretty much figure out this is an elevator of some sort.
If we step on the square, do something to the golems, they'll pull us up to the higher floors.
Or maybe we just step on it and it recognizes that we're human and takes us up the same way the door recognized that we were creatures. Just stop saying
Maybe you can stand on the square and do the dance again.
Did you did you say push the crate into the center?
I
Like onto
kicked
the
one
elevator?
towards the center of the box, but it just disintegrated.
Yeah,
It's just
they're just
too
old.
light.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna check the mechanism of the platform for traps, or like whether it's broken down from age or whatever.
Yeah, I'll inspect the golem.
You can
similar.
look at it and can tell that it doesn't look like it's going to fall apart. It's like stone and metal. It's sturdy.
All right,
And
I'm going to take a step onto it then.
Oh,
For
I was
science.
I was still looking at the golems, but that's all right.
Nothing happens when you step on it.
I will follow, and I'm going to face one of the golems.
All right, nothing happens.
All right, I guess let's all stand on it. My foundry
Out of
was...
character, I'm going to point out that we're probably going to have to call it a night in about like 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
Yeah, fair enough. All right.
I really did one.
Does anything happen with us all on here?
No.
I'm going to get
I'm
off
getting off
and
then.
check out the golem to the northeast.
He's just
Well,
standing there doing the thing, holding the chain.
I'm gonna say while I'm on the
Like,
platform,
stuff I could do.
I'm gonna say up, please.
It starts pulling you up.
Oh shit! Down, please.
It jerks to a stop and pulls you down.
Huh. Okay. All right. Sometimes it does. I guess it doesn't hurt to ask.
It's still going down.
Oh, there's more. Oh, ground level, please. The first one.
It levels out back at the top.
I step off and I'm just like, all right, too much for right now.
Well, so there's something below.
It didn't go very far.
Okay.
I'm not gonna waste your time. There's nothing below.
Okay. There's
Okay.
some slight space under it for.
But there
maintenance or
is
whatever.
some slight space underneath it for just the whole mechanism thing.
Okay.
So I was down enough to give me a panic, but
I
All
mean,
right.
I was gonna break it if you didn't stop it. So yeah.
Okay. just-
So we could call it here, and you can finish. You can actually, like, now that you've figured out this, you're in a good place. If we want to
Yeah.
stop right now, because it's going to take more than 20 minutes to probably finish the tower.
That's probably a good call.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Good stopping
Yeah.
point.
Very good. I enjoyed this a lot.
Yeah.
I had to very quickly come up with an obnoxious accent to do based on Barovia shenanigans.
That was
That's
excellent.
one of my favorite things that I've that mess. The thing I have caused you.
The various, I'm presuming if you die, everybody gets their own set of fuckery, and this is some of mine is a glitch table, perhaps, or
pretty
don't
much.
need to get into it too much.
But like, I keep hitting on funny stuff. Some of it's not.
It's gonna be explodey stuff.
Anyway, so this is the
just
thing
done.
I promised that I'd read you. The
All
bottom of my computer desk feels like braille to the finger, a cave ceiling, stalactites and such, but all boogers. I stick them there while waiting for maps to load and while watching cutscenes, so blame the game, not the player. I swish my legs through Taco Bell wrappers knee high, and some stick to my soles like toilet tissue on a shoe. I suppose I have myself to blame for that, however, hygiene's never been my strong suit. There's not a dish in sight, though, and that being because while I can ratatouille a ratatouille and soufflé a soufflé like nobody's business, all with limp-wristed Wiimote gestures, I can actually cook. I take out and order in, damn it. I need a USB-powered Hot Pocket heater. Slash pizza ain't a punchline, it's a lifeline. Throw me a chicken bone here, as long as there's meat left on it. And don't go feeding them to the dog. They splinter and the sharp ends hurt something fierce on the outbound, and damn it, I don't need the howling in the background as I talk to my buddies on TeamSpeak. In the future, scientists will prove that my Z-board made me 16.2% faster. It's luxury, it's lightning, it's been signed by Fatality, in pizza grease no less. Problem is, it's a Guild Wars Z-born brand Z-born, so when I press cast spell key, I throw a grenade, or hit a handbrake, or throw a Hail Mary pass, and make some other hot shit move that isn't casting a spell. And I type on it. I'm typing this on it. And I know that when I press items, then minimap, then skills, it comes out FTW. And that way the message board champions know I'm a message board champion too. I script whole words to single keystrokes. I hit call target and it comes out confirmed. With those 4 keys alone, I can pretty much contribute to any conversation you can have. That is, unless you're a lady. If your FPS screen name is Princess PMS, you better believe I'm asking ASL, and no hotkey makes me hotter. I might not know you, but I already love you. Let me buy you Nachos Bel Grande, baby. Or better yet, a 7-layer Crunchwrap Supreme and Baja Blast. We'll attack it from either end until our mouths meet in the middle, like Lady and the Tramp, only remade for today's brandscape. Living the good life of El Presidente. Make it mild or hot or fire, no matter to me. We'll lay in the wrappers and make snow angels, maybe. Just don't look up at the bottom of my computer desk.
Damn. It's grotesque nerd poetry that's strangely well
Hell of a
composed.
copy pasta. Holy shit.
Yeah, this
That
this
is-
predates Copy Pasta. Like it
That's-
literally
he just
I
wrote the
freaking it pops
love
up
it.
in a podcast app. I hit play. That's the first thing I hear in it. I'm like, what the
Nice.
fuck is going on?
That is, and it was what was his buddy's name? Because it was Sean Baby and Old Man Murray, which was like the guy who went on to write everything good that Valve ever did.
And then became a huge misogynistic piece of shit. Yes.
Oh, did he? I missed
Mhm.
that. What's his actual name? I forget. Chuck? No, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's like he came on and like wrote all the jokes for Portal and a bunch of other, like, everything funny that happened after Portal with Valve, all the TF2 shit, like, had him
Did
somewhere
he
in
go
there.
on to like fucking Borderlands or something?
Maybe it seems like that's a team where shitlords can congregate under Chief Shitlord Randy Critchford. So
Yeah, I'm trying to
Sad-
remember who was all on this podcast.
but yeah, I love Sean Baby's old shit. It's weird talking about old comics and like making fun of the old Hostess Fruit Pie ads with lots of swearing. Like, that was peak internet comedy. This was the like fat chicks in party hats days. A lot of unironic use of the word retard going around. So not
Yeah.
that pie comedy, but like he also, I mean, he wrote that poetry. Like, he was a good writer. He was just writing about dumb shit.
That was
Catering
like
to a-
Ernest Klein's fucking like Airwolf or his spoken word stuff before he did the Ready Player One shit.
Oh, I haven't heard any of that, but that sounds awful. Sean Baby like focused in pretty well. He's like,